King Parsons, Kamala, the One Man Gang, Rock and Roll Express, Terry Taylor, and many more. And tickets will go on sale on Thursday, February the 28th from noon until 5 p.m. at the University Center in Hammond. On Sunday, March 3rd, Wrestling in Thibodaux, attendance card starting at 3 o'clock. Hacksaw Jim Duggan will be there. Iceman King Parsons, Hacksaw Reed, Terry Taylor, the Rock and Roll Express. And tickets for that event will go on Monday. That's for Thibodaux. The event is Sunday, March 3rd, 3 o'clock. And don't forget the big Superdome Extravaganza Saturday night, March 30th. Tickets are on sale right now at all Ticketmaster outlets. Already signed for this card are the Road Warriors, Kerry Von Erich, Gentleman Chris Adams, and many more. Get your tickets early for this super event. Now, 1 week from Monday night, downtown at the Municipal Auditorium, a tremendous card for the North American title. Kerry Von Erich challenges Ted DiBiase. Iceman King Parsons and the leather strap match goes against Sheik Hercules Hernandez. You'll see Hacksaw Duggan and Hacksaw Reed team up to go against Kamala and Steve Dr. Death Williams. We'll tell you more about this card in this hour, but right now, let's hear this. Confrontation, and it isn't every day that you see the Uganda and Savage in any tag situations that I seize the opportunity to do away with both hacksaws. And I assure you, gentlemen, when you leave downtown New Orleans, you're going to leave beaten individuals. And I know, Teddy, that you've got it, and Kerry Von Erich is certainly going to get it from you.
General, first Mid-South attempted to eliminate me and strip this title from me by throwing that Duggan at me. Well, Duggan, I just embarrassed you one more time. Now, the 15-day wonder, Kerry Von Erich, I'm no Ric Flair. I'm a step above, and you're going to find that out in downtown New Orleans. Hacksaws, just be prepared in New Orleans. I'm not forgetting.
Well, go ahead. Oh, excuse me, Jim. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this card will happen 1 week from Monday night. And remember, it's downtown at the Municipal Auditorium.
Downtown, that's where I like to be, because that's where you really can get into beating people up. Because my friends are right there real close, and everybody can see what's going on. And I see DiBiase still running his mouth. Don't worry, DiBiase. I've got something in my back pocket for you later on down the road. But me and old Butch, we got something unique coming up. Old Walla Walla and Dr. Death. A unique combination Agmar threw together. But it's not getting the job done, right, Butch? That's right. You know, Agmar, we're walking through your stable, sucker. Me and the Hacksaw, and everybody knows when the Hacksaws get together, what's going to be happening? That means the people don't get beat up, and the people going to get hurt real bad. And down in New Orleans, downtown, right? Downtown where I like to be. Hacksaw, the face will still be painted, and we are walking through your stables and we taking over. So yeah, baby.
That will happen 1 week from this.
This is J.J. Dillon, the leader of the original Four Horsemen, and you're listening to Phil J. and that pain in the ass choppy on the Turnbuckle Throwbacks.
What this network needs, this network gets. I promise you that.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening.
Broadcasting live from Shaolin, Staten Island, New York City.
Freak Show Central.
Where's that?
New York City.
It's the Turnbuckle Throwbacks Wrestling Podcast with Phil, Jay, and that pain in the ass, Choppy. On Rant EM Radio, proud member of the Shining Wizards Network and Dark Satellite Media.
All right. Yeah. You know, it's funny. It's got like a little Alice in Chains.
Yeah, a little bit.
Little Tommy Dreamer, 97, 98.
Yeah, I was going for that.
Yeah.
I was going for that. Good morning.
Good evening.
If you're in the UK.
Oh, yeah. Good morning.
Harry's checking in the UK. It's like fucking 2 a.m. over there.
Nah.
Turnbuckle Throwbacks live on the Rant EM Radio. Rant Entertainment Media, part of the Shining Wizards Network, part of Dark Satellite Media. I am the Impact player, Mr. Philly Raya. And joining me, without Choppy, unfortunately, is Mr. Jay. How are you, Jay?
Jay? Oh, I'm Jay. I'm good. Let
me find your shit, because
Big Papa Pump.
Big Papa Pump is your hookup. Holler if you hear me.
Happy birthday to my cousin.
Anybody see Richie?
Right, happy birthday.
And Mr. Domingo's in the room. I think he's doing flips and shit. Where's my
Mandingo?
I wish I gotta readjust.
Doing flips and shit.
The Mandingo. I actually reached out to Rob earlier in the middle of the week.
Oh, did you?
Our the show's tech support.
Oh yeah, Ghetto Geek Squad. That's Rob.
So I didn't jump on it, Rob. By the way, I haven't. It seems a little too fugazi for my liking.
Are you still computer shopping?
Of course. If you ask any of my friends, it took me 3 years to buy a TV. So in this case, I should end up with one in a year.
All right. So conspicuous by his absence, Mr. Choppy's still dealing with the family shit. So I can't tell you when he'll be back. We don't know. We don't know what's going on. We don't know the deal. We don't know. We know that Landon is doing okay.
Yeah.
He's stable. I spoke to Wifey today. And I also know that he'll be doing some rehab soon. So I don't know if that'll probably affect the long term right now for us in terms of Choppy not being here, because obviously family comes first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what the deal is. I know that, like I said, I spoke to Brielle this afternoon, fed the animals for her and let her know that, and she let me know that the baby is doing okay. He just needs to be rehabbed and all that. So I was talking to Jay on the way here. We're going to flip the script a little bit.
Yeah, we're changing.
We're going to change some of the show content that I had listed because I really wanted Choppy's content and input, which is not going to be. So I don't want to, do a throwback without Choppy.
Yeah, that's what we were saying the same thing.
Yeah, there's certain things I wanted to do with him. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to flip it a little bit. And the only thing that was definite is at the end of the month, we'll do the 30th anniversary of WrestleMania 6.
Yeah, have to.
Hogan Warrior
we have
Sky
to.
Dome. Yeah. And then while I'm down in Tampa for Mania week, right now, tentatively, it's going to be Jay and Choppy, but in case Choppy can't go, it's going to be Jay and I from the long distance.
1,000 miles apart.
So Harry says he was at an NXT UK show tonight.
Okay.
And he said he wants to vent because he was robbed at the merch table. So Harry, the chat room is yours. Man.
I'm kind of interested. How was he robbed at? Like, I'm assuming by
I don't know the pounds to fucking dollars ratio. I have no idea how that works. You know what I'm saying?
Is it pounds or quid? I've always heard Englishmen say quid.
Dude, dude, they use the word cunt like we use shit. So I can't even those are my people. I love those guys.
Oh, me too. I'm so upset that my girl's son's 8 years old and he does a way better English impression than I can do.
Hello, governor.
It's unbelievable. I look at him and go,
Hello.
I just want to say, like, how the fuck did you learn how to do this?
Let me see your wanker.
Yeah. He was doing like he's like, oh, I watch Harry Potter, and he does it I can't do an English impression, so
this one's for Choppy.
You're a cunt. You're a cunt now. You've always been a cunt. And the only thing that's going to change is you're going to become an even bigger cunt. Now you have some more cunt kids.
Yeah, so like you said, shout out to Choppy, Brielle, and the kids, like you said. So there's we're doing it collectively. The show must go on, but obviously
Choppy wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, so
quid is like bucks, and I guess the pounds are like dollars.
Oh, so it's just another way to say it,
right? So, I just spent $5 quid on a fucking Red Bull, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm gonna start. Can we use quid? Are we allowed to use it? Can we bring that back?
Can we bring? It wasn't here. What do you mean bring it back? You're a lunatic.
Can we expedite it?
Can we expedite it? Can we do old English, shall we?
Oh, I tried to get back 1920s slang for the longest time. I was calling hot chicks ripe tomato. I was like, that's some ripe tomato right there.
I wish my man Randy was listening. Randy's grandfather, my man Randy, called him Dooch. Doochie's grandfather. He would every time we'd bring a girl to the apartment, he'd be like, "Who's this?" And, Randy'd be like, "Oh, Grandpa, this is Kim. Ah, she's quite the looker."
Yeah, that's like the other one too. Like, she's all the way live. Like, that's another one.
All right, what's up there, Mr. Marky Mark from the Detroit Rock City? Harry says, "Let's go." I got charged $5 pounds quid for a poster for NXT Blackpool, not signed by a wrestler. Then $35 for a shirt that says NXT 35.
Yeah.
Pounds or quid for a shirt that says NXT UK. I was really angry, but really drunk at the same time. And yes, we say quid. Okay. So I went to an NXT show and I bought an Undisputed Era poster signed by all the dudes for $20.
Oh.
For 20 quid.
So I wonder, like I said, so I guess maybe he was a little overserved. It's like the J of England.
Hello, Shaylin. Hello, Fallon. Hello, Melanie.
That sounds like something I would do. How much is this? Yeah, I'll fucking buy it. Wake up the next day like, what the fuck is this? What the hell?
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm like, what the hell? So, yeah. So that's the long-term plan right now. If Choppy comes back, we'll throw an audible and get back to regular scheduled programming. It's just a blessing that that we have Jay now because he can fill in and no one's gonna get upset or that Choppy.
Yeah, see that's actually kind of my whole purpose in life. I add. My buddy says it the best. I don't add or subtract from any situation.
No. You.
He says it half kidding around.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say because you added like a
well, no, he says it all. I used to tell him as he used to say. He goes, I never subtract. I only add because basically, few beers in, and who the fuck knows what's gonna happen? Anything can happen at that point. So, but I always used to say I don't add or subtract from a situation.
Shane's tuning in from work. Says I only see a jerk off and an asshole this evening.
No mook.
No mook. We are mook free.
We are mookless.
Well, mookless.
Could be a working title.
Mookless Friday.
Mookless in the city.
Ring that bell.
Mookless. Oh, that's right. I got Mookless in the city.
Jay's got the bell.
Yeah, so prepare for it not to be rang.
Jay's got the bell. Jay, you drinking old speckled hen? Ring that bell, man. Now ring that bell. That's awesome. No, Jay, what are you drinking? You drinking some kind of lager, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yingling?
Yingling again.
Yingling.
Always got to get on my Yingling.
That costs what, $4?
It was $3.
$3.
I'm bringing that back. What was it? Somalians or something like that?
Somalians.
Somalians, that's what it is.
Somalians are pirates.
Bro. Oh, God. Yeah, one or the other.
Yeah, they rob people.
So
yeah, I like some of the old. I say some shit like useless as tits on a bull. That's when it's in my lexicon a lot.
No, I for the longest time I was trying to bring it back, like the cat's pajamas.
I call you the bee's knees. Right?
Yeah.
You're the bee's knees.
I try to bring it back. So, but you know what it is? It'll what's old was new again. So it is. We are in the 20s again. So I think it's about time we start wearing like zoot suits and the top hats and walking around with canes. I think it should.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, I think we can start looking good now.
Anything
dapper.
Anything double-breasted for me because I'm fat. So if they have like the portly escort size, then I'm with that. Bro.
Yeah,
I'm with that.
So
yeah, it's been a rough week. Like I said in the video this morning, I was back and forth with sick family.
Yeah,
and then I just caught up with life. I had to go to a dentist. I had to go to my dentist. So like last year, I had really bad. I had to get a tooth pulled. I needed a root canal, and on top, I need a crown. Right, but I exceeded my insurance. So I had to wait until it re-upped, right?
Yeah.
So they gave me a temporary gimmick, right? So I call my friend she works at the dentist office, and I said, "Listen, can I come in if I'm off from work?
Yeah.
Can I come in last minute for that X-ray? Because now you have to send it to the insurance to have.
Yeah, it's got to get what is it? Approval.
Yeah. So they take the X-ray, and she goes, "We're going to take the temporary off." And then we'll size you for it. So we don't have to make 2 more trips, just 1 more trip.
Oh, it's true too. Yeah.
They take the fucking thing off, and apparently it was sharp, and it cut my gum, and I was bleeding like a sieve. They said,
really?
He couldn't do anything. I was like, fuck. And listen, I'm not afraid of dentists. The only thing I don't like is the smell when they drill your face.
Oh God, yeah.
It smells like smoke. Like it's.
Well, they're drilling. Yeah,
they're drilling your face, bro.
They're drilling bone.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't mind, even if it's a little painful, which it wasn't, because he's really good. Renzo's the best. But like, I was like, yo, man, does it hurt, Phil? I'm like, no. Does it hurt, Phil? No. Does it hurt? No. I'm just annoyed that it smells like fucking like a burnt fucking
like a Midas saw,
like a burnt warehouse when I'm on a call when I'm responding to a fire with the ambulance. It smells like a fucking One time I went to a mattress factory fire that lasted 6.5 hours. It smelled like burnt mattresses.
Ugh.
That's what the tooth smells like when you drill it. Oh, the Mook is in the room. What's up?
Oh, the Mook's there. Chops.
What's up, Mookalicious?
We're Mook full now.
We're Mook full. Bleeding like Terry Funk. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was bleeding like a fucking stout pig, man. Seriously, it was ridiculous.
Me, I can't stand it. I went last year. I thought I had a trouble with my tooth, and so I was like, let's do the whole full gambit thing. So I was waiting for like the worst news, wisdom teeth coming in, cavities, all this shit. Next thing you know, they go, all right, Mr. Cop, everything seems pretty good. So we'll see you next year. I'm like, wait, that's it? No cavities, no nothing. They're like, no. I was like, poof. I said, I would have thought for sure I need braces and tooth pulls and all this shit. And that's what I said. I said to my girl at the time, I was like, you know what? I'm going to celebrate by getting a piece of chocolate. It's like, no cavities? Let me see if I can get one going.
They were shocked I didn't crack this one because I got this one, and within 3 days, it was cracked.
Yeah. Oh.
And you know what I ate? I went to fucking Ralph's one night, and I got a sundae.
Oh.
And I must have bit like one of the toppings, and it cracked, and I had to go back and get
it. Oh, so like I said, it could be literally anything. That's one of my biggest fears.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, I mean, I brush. I would say whatever the average time is, the average amount, I'm right there.
So needless to say, I'm going to be spending half my fucking spring at the dentist office.
I was just going to say, you just have a crystal ball. You know what you're doing the next few months.
Yeah, correct. Before we get into any news, I want to there's a lot of shit going on in the world, especially this coronavirus thing.
Yeah.
It's been on the medical side. I know I'm an EMT. Your girlfriend's a nurse.
Yeah, she just literally called.
And I just got the call too the other day that we had one of our hospitals got one.
Yeah.
Listen, we come from a society where you guys eat fried chicken in between two donuts. Okay. And you're worried about catching the flu, just be mindful. Wash your fucking hands. I don't know why people have to be told to wash their hands.
That's what it's coming down to. If you really think about it, we're being reminded of what to do. Like we should be doing this the whole time. I know ever since I started working sanitation, I've been very mindful of like germs and washing my hands and everything because like I'm constantly around dirt, germs, filth, whatever you want to call it. So like I'm a little bit more mindful, I would think, than their average person. But like you said, now we're in this area where people walk around with, like I see it all the time in Chinatown, like they're walking around with masks on. Like
that's a thing. And
yeah,
let's say a little kid human.
Ooh. I still love that.
So yeah, dude, and there's a mask shortage.
Yeah.
There's a hand sanitizer. I know I forget who was telling me today. I don't know if it was Fallon. I think it was Fallon. Her office tried to order fucking supplies. And he couldn't get it. So now, like, you know what? And we got like all the memos and whatever. And like, just be mindful, man. Like, this is not rocket science, kids. You know what I'm saying? This is not rocket science. Just don't use anybody else's shit.
Yeah.
Wash your hands.
And like
wash
I said,
your ass.
If you're feeling a little, out of the ordinary, like maybe stay home that day. Like, take accountability for your own actions.
Dude, I had the sniffles like a month or two ago. I stayed home. I'm like, fuck this shit, man.
Yeah.
And people got mad at me at work. What'd you come in for? I'm like, you know what? You can all go fuck yourselves now. I'm going home. Screw you guys.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I did.
But it's like I said, Tabor just literally called me and they said it's not a real case, but it's not being, I forget the terminology, ruled out. Is that what it ruled out? Rule out, yeah.
Rule out.
And so they're just testing her, and nothing is,
correct.
Official.
So they have to rule that out before they can diagnose you with something else. So that's standard in our field. For lay people who don't know that, Tabor was trying to give Jay the fucking lingo.
Yeah, she's throwing all these words at me.
You should have had her on speakerphone. I probably would have had a better conversation with her than you did.
Yeah, I know. I could have used your computer to Google half the fucking shit she said to me. Like,
I'm going to buy you a fucking medical dictionary for Christmas. Oh, no, your birthday's before Christmas. We'll get it.
Yeah, right. What did you hear me say? I don't know what that means.
You know what, Harry? I can tell you, the world that we live in now is a different world than from when I was growing up. Case in point, they just banned, as of March 1st, they banned plastic bags in New York City, right? And state, right? Now, 20 years ago, it was reversed. You couldn't have a paper bag because they were killing trees. Now they want you to kill the trees and take plastic bags. I think the media hypes this more than anything. We had this conversation in the car on the way here.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you should be, not mindful, but like, these are things you should already know. There's stuff that we ingest as humans lately. Like, and you're worried about fucking catching a flu.
Yeah.
I was in KFC the other day. I was like, people are actually buying a glazed donut chicken sandwich.
It doesn't to me. And listen, I'm all about a glazed donut. I'm all about chicken.
But like this dude's buying it and he's wearing a mask on his face.
Yeah, see, that's
another thing. It's an airborne disease. So now the MTA our transit system. Every 72 hours they're spraying stuff down. I'm like, that's not going to help, dude. 8 million people a day ride that train.
Yeah.
And again, the best is it's annual health season at my job. You got to get your PPD read and you got to get the mask, right?
Yeah.
So now the dude, little African kid, he's like, you have to save your mask. I'm like, what? You got to save your mask for future use. I'm like, I don't know if you know this, but once you use the mask, it's contaminated.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, but if it's your contamination, I'm like, again, as a healthcare provider, and you're a mask person, you don't even, do you even deal with patient care? It's like, no. I'm like, I'm telling you right now, I'm not using this fucking mask ever again.
Yeah.
So.
Well, like I said, it's one of those things where it's just everybody be careful. Maybe use a little extra precaution. You can't live in fear though. And the other side of that is you can't
swine flu, SARS.
How many things we've been through already?
Fucking AIDS.
Right? How many times I said it on the way here where I was just like, there's a part of me that goes, I heard all this shit already the last 20 years, but then I'm like, maybe just the one, Elizabeth.
Yeah, Harry, paper bags are $5. I just got charged 5 cents for a paper bag before.
Yeah, sons of bitches.
Now when I go shopping, I just carry shopping bags, like regular shopping bags, like a fucking bag lady, like the lady from Union Square with the big shopping cart and the 1,700 bags that she's got. Yeah. So just like Jay said, be mindful.
Yeah.
And look, Shaylin, I gotta try that sandwich.
I don't know. To me, that does not sound appetizing at all.
But the dude, I'm serious. The dude had a mask on buying a fucking sandwich. Like, come on, man, this is ridiculous.
But yeah, like I said, I think it's just. I think hopefully it's affecting everything though. It's funny. It's affecting the stock market big time, and
because of certain and now with China
companies.
Listen, people,
Well, and to move it over to cut you off, like. It could potentially affect WrestleMania.
Everything that we're wearing right now, especially my brand new Negro League hat, it all comes from China.
Yeah.
Okay? So it's like now you have to be mindful of that. And I am worried about WrestleMania because I just spent my entire life savings.
Yeah.
I'm still paying off my fucking tickets.
Well, I don't think it's. I think WrestleMania. I think essentially you're still going to get an influx of people from out of state, obviously out of state, and probably out of country as well. But now it depends on from where, and especially because every, WrestleMania week, they have so many different activities and so many different events. Like it's potentially can affect every other event, but I think it could definitely affect WrestleMania in itself.
Well, on a better note, it's cousin Richie's birthday. So
Everybody see Richie!
My man Jay Gutierrez's birthday. We're gonna celebrate Richie's birthday tonight by giving you a good show. We're not gonna worry about fucking swine flu, SARS. We're not gonna worry about fucking chicken sandwiches. We got some news to get into. Jay, I have something special for you, actually.
Oh, hey now. All right, let's do this.
Yeah, let's do this. I have something special for you. I know you'll appreciate this. I dug this out of the archives, and I should be playing this every week, but the first co-host I had, it pissed him off. He didn't like it. But I think I'm going to bring it back. Are you ready, Jay?
Go ahead.
All right.
Hey, how's your news? Would you like to
You know, I just literally heard this the other day on Howard.
What are your dad does? My favorite. I'm playing the whole thing out.
Yeah.
Gather your friends with you.
Yeah.
You don't need an excuse. How's your news?
How's your news? Just literally heard that on Howard the other day. I don't know how it came up or whatever. When I tuned in, I was like, holy shit, I haven't heard that in ages.
Hammer's in the room.
Hammers.
What's up, Hammer? Hammer, I wanted you to sit in tonight, but Dad said you weren't coming. You would have been the third wheel.
Yeah. It would have been
the third wheel on the date. By By the way, Hammer killed it last night in his production of Shrek.
Oh yeah, you were saying on the way here. Oh, there you go.
And during the intermission, he was wearing his "Doing It for Dewey" shirt.
I
said he came out. I'm like, I'm such a proud parent wearing his Southpaw Wrestling fucking t-shirt.
Doing it for Dewey.
Doing it for Dewey.
There's no talk about a third one.
No. There is talk.
Oh, there is?
Season 3 is coming this summer, apparently.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, yeah, man.
I haven't heard it, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sounds like my sister singing, Richie said. It's fucked up, Rich. Your sister's not retarded. Maybe she's half retarded.
So, where you want to start? You want to start on... I'm pretty jazzed up about AEW.
You're pretty jazzed up?
Pretty jazzed up.
All right. You want to go over the results of Revolution?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. It was a really
quality
pay-per-view, actually.
I mean, it isn't going to take much coming from previous days earlier from the Saudi event, but
it's going to soften the blow of the nonsense. Yeah, if that's what you're talking about.
It was a good way to kind of move everything over. Yeah, I gotta forget about the bell.
No, ring the bell for Richie's retarded sister. I love you, Dawn. I'm not saying that your brother said you were retarded. I didn't say you were retarded. It definitely softened the blow, right? So Dark Order beats SCU.
Yeah.
So I was half right.
Yeah.
Daniel was involved, but he wasn't the
Yeah, because what they're doing, the AEW is doing a really good job of. Well, I don't know, it might be a little overkill now with all the red herrings that they're throwing out there.
What's up with you and the red herrings?
I don't know. I just learned a new word.
That's another old saying.
Another 1920s. I told you, I'm bringing it back slowly.
I'm telling you.
Completely just crowbarring it in there.
My brother came with us. He liked the event too.
Yeah.
Anime Mike's in the building. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you
off.
And
but like I said, I that was an excellent match. I even with this past Wednesday, like I'm really what started off as really slow. This Dark Order thing. It took a long time to get it started. They hooked me. I can't wait to see who the Exalted One's going to be.
The Exalted One.
It's different.
Jake Hager beats Dustin Rhodes.
That was a good match.
This match is really good. Like we called this match was really good. Darby Allin beats Sammy Guevara.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Yeah,
he did it the 630 senton from the top rope. That's pretty insane, huh?
Yeah.
The AEW Tag Team Championship was phenomenal.
It was, what was it? It had to be 30 something minutes.
Yeah, it was
35, 36 minutes.
1,700 false finishes.
But you know what? It was really good. It was it was definitely maybe a little, false finish happy, but all in all, it really did tell a good story too.
It did. Yeah. And it's going to carry on now. Nyla Rose defeated Chris Shitlocker to retain the title.
Shitlocker.
Ring that bell. With the Beast Bomb.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of, I don't know. Nyla Rose has to grow on me.
Yeah, I think she will. I think they a little character, a little personality is going to start coming out. She just did something on Being the Elite, so you could see there's some personality there. So
right.
So I think in time it will. I think it will.
So now the next, the next match was, it shocked me until Wednesday.
Yeah.
Until I saw why they did it. So MJF beats Cody.
Yeah.
Cody is now woe is me. And then Wednesday night he gets confronted by fucking none other than Jake the Snake Roberts.
What a fucking promo.
Should I pull it up? Maybe should we play it?
Are we gonna? We're not gonna get.
I don't know. Like
flagged.
I don't know if there's no music involved, right?
It's still
it's just him talking.
Yeah,
right?
fucking put it up. Listen. This is why Jake the Snake is the fucking man on the mic.
So I was mad about him winning until this happened.
Yeah.
So let me.
I hate to spoil the party.
That gravelly voice.
Damn, man, I got tired of listening to you crying, bitch. I never cried over one match in my career. And you're gonna let that little punk son of a bitch get you down to crying? He whipped you like a dog. Don't you understand you got your ass kicked? He handed it right to you. That's not why I'm here. Oh, I know. Hail, mighty Caesar. I'm not here to praise you. I'm here to slay you. The only reason I'm here is I have a client. The dark side will be coming to AEW. And once our roots have taken hold, it'll be like this, like a phoenix rising from the ashes, soaring to the sun. It's been 20 years for me, Cody. 20 years to get clean, to get right. And by God, I earned it. And if you think for 1 minute that I'm going to be a nice boy and play right, my man, you've got another thing coming. You see, for years, I used to put a snake in a bag just to make somebody think about it. And once you thought about that snake, I had you in the palm of my hand, and I wind up spanking your ass. That's what happens. I will be on the outside of the ring when my client faces you. And you can bring that one-trick pony Art Anderson with you. My God. Hey. Caesar. Oh, Caesar. What a snake wants, a snake takes. You see, I'm not in AEW to take the whole pie. Just your share. Now, a wise man once told me, never, ever turn your back on somebody you respect or you're afraid of.
Fucking magic.
Well, it's Jake the Snake Roberts.
That is fucking magic. And one of the parts that really stuck out to me too, obviously, is you always hear people talk about with promos, like they say something, and then the reason why it comes across so good is because they believe it. You can hear him when he's saying, you know, about takes me 20 years to be clean and be ready for this.
That's
like
not,
you could
that's
tell.
not scripted.
Yeah, you could tell that this is going to be. It's going to be really interesting. It hooked me right away as soon as he came out, and you instantly knew. I knew he was like, oh, it's something's going to happen. He's not coming out as a babyface, because you could just kind of like this. That would be too. They weren't in Georgia, right?
No, that was last week.
Yeah.
And
but man, that was so good. So obviously now
I have a question. I want to address to you in the chat room when we finish the results. Just keep this in your head.
Yeah.
This promo while I finish we'll finish the results real quick, because I want to get back to that real quick. Because I have a question. Yeah. Pac beat Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
Everybody's loving Orange Cassidy, huh?
What a match.
Yeah.
What and like I said, especially with that match, like Pac is shows you how he made Orange Cassidy credible.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and then I mean, and Cassidy is just fucking unbelievably over.
He's so over, yeah.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. Great
He's
match.
So
Great match.
And Moxley beats Jericho for the title.
Yeah. Surprise! I was surprised by that.
Yeah, me too.
I was surprised. They told another one. They told a good story, you know, and it looked like Moxley hard-weighed himself on the post.
No shit. Fucking idiot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is. I guess they took the belt off Jericho to move the stories along. I don't know. And you mentioned Jericho going on tour.
Yeah, I know he's going on tour, so I'm assuming that played a little part of it. Maybe too, as well.
New Japan dates or whatever.
Yeah.
Not a bunch of shit going on. But what's up, Jason? Happy birthday, brother. I didn't forget about you. I mentioned you before. You and my cousin share the same birthday.
Yeah, it was, like I said, to me, it was a great pay-per-view. And the layout of the matches, to like you said, I mean, I was surprised by the MJF. I thought Cody was going to come out on top.
Yeah, me too, because it was telling a good story, but now I understand what it
makes perfect sense.
Makes perfect sense
now.
Makes
perfect sense.
So here's my question, and it was a good segue. The reason why I did it like that. Do you think the AEW is trying to be all like revolutionary and all new and exciting for wrestling fans. But let's be honest, they bring Jake back, they bring Arn Anderson, and they bring DDP in. Now they want to bring the fucking Hardys in, or the Hardy Boy, or Matt Hardy. Like, I mean, is it just beating a dead horse? Is it? I mean, we do a nostalgia podcast.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not mad at nostalgia. I just don't know if it's so unique. And here's the thing, man, with pro wrestling, and I've said this a million times on the show, I've said it on other shows too, imitation is the best form of flattery.
Yeah.
Period. Right? I'm not mad if you're going to redo something with other people, like the whole jealous girlfriend-wife gimmick, that the whole Rick Rude on the tights thing.
Yeah.
The Goliath and David and Goliath, big man versus little man. You know what I'm saying? Brother, siblings or cousin rivalries, like that stuff. I'm not mad at any of that stuff if it's done right.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you think it's just old hat, or you think it's over the top revolutionary that it's because they bring Jake back, they have Arn Anderson?
Well, I think it's probably a little bit of both in the sense of that they're calling on the stars of yesteryear and yesteryears to come back, but it's not they're not putting them in matches, maybe besides DDP obviously, but like Jake coming back as a manager, he's never done that before, and it's different. Tully coming back as a manager, he's never. I don't know if he's ever done it before. That's a little bit shaky. Arn Anderson's never done it before, so I think yes, it's a little bit of beating an old horse perhaps, but it's also, or a dead horse, whatever you want to say. But I think in the same sense, it's putting a new spin on it, and there's still some tread on the tires. You could definitely tell by Jake's promo, like the passion is still there, and why not? AEW's got so many young people there now that. I mean, they got the Christopher Daniels and the Omegas and the Bucks who've been 10 plus, Daniels 20 plus, but why not have a guy like Jake the Snake in the back to help people? You can have not a performance center per se, but every taping, everybody shows up a day early. Like, why not show up to the arena and have Jake? Hey, any questions? I'm gonna open ears. Like you have Jake Roberts at your beck and call. Why not use him? If you're a young guy like Kip Sabian, or a Sonny Kiss perhaps.
Darby Allin,
Joey
Janela.
Yeah, why? You use him. That's I think the difference between that, if that makes sense, because it's not just coming in DDT. See you later. He's coming in and possibly. Hey, listen, let's show him how it's done. And it's over. It's completely over.
Who's he bringing in? Is it Lance Archer?
I don't think it's Lance Archer.
No.
I don't. I think because he's going to do something with the Bucks. I don't know why I have that feeling.
So it's not a client, it's clients?
No, I think it's going to be. I want to say it's going to be Brody Lee. I want to say it's going to be Luke Harper.
Aha. Okay.
Because of the darkness thing, and Brody Lee can, he can cut a promo too, but in the same sense, why if you don't have to?
Okay.
And that's what I think. I want to say Brody Lee because then where else does he fit? I know they say I think he's pretty much signed at this point, and can show up, I believe, at any time soon in March.
90 days, right?
Yeah. So okay. I think March was the 90 days. So. I want to say Brody Lee, because other than that, I can't figure out who else would be out there that would be Jake the Snake-esque. Brody Lee to me is a close,
I mean, I still
a big guy.
I still hope Lance Archer kills Moxley. So I'm really
well. That's what I'm saying.
Hoping it's not. I'm hoping his client isn't Lance.
But
Archer.
I think they're going to keep that separate, But I think you never know. Listen, like you said, they're going to come in and they have history. And he's got the belt. Why not Lance Archer come in on top?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm not mad at that either.
Yeah, because as of right now, like Moxley isn't really, he's still feuding with the Inner Circle. But at this point, Jericho's going to be going. So who's he going to be facing? Jake Hager. So I want to say Brody Lee, and like I said, it was so funny that he came up because the reason why I picked the throwback was because of Jake the Snake, because I listened to the podcast with Jericho.
Good stuff,
and it was excellent, and that's what I'm saying. Like it reinvigorated my love for Jake Roberts, and I was like, I want to do something for Mid-South and all this stuff. So when he came out, I could not tell you. This 10-year-old me was freaking out.
Got to give a shout out to the White Mamba. He asked for a shout out today.
Oh,
he's in the UK as well.
Hey now,
so Mr. White Mamba, Obi-Wan Kenobi, as we refer to him to as. But yeah. Anyway,
well, who do you think is going to be?
I don't know. It makes sense for Brody Lee.
Yeah.
I don't know, because AEW at this point is the new baby on the block, and they can cherry pick any top indie guy that's not exclusive to WWE or Ring of Honor.
Do you think, like you were saying with your question, like do you think like they're kind of pulling on too many tricks from the past?
Yeah.
You got that feeling?
Yeah, of course I do, because you know what? It's I'm not mad at it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not mad at it. I'm just like, don't try to sell me on we're new, we're this, we're that, and you're bringing in the old conjures.
Well, like you said, like a week ago, like we were, everybody, the internet, not we were shitting on, but like the internet shitting on the, WWE for Saudi Arabia, bringing in old guys. Meanwhile, look at AEW. They're pretty much doing the same thing.
Everybody, again, like it's.
But is it a difference because they're doing it correctly? Perhaps maybe that's something.
I don't see a difference. I see a difference in content.
Yeah,
obviously it's apples and oranges, but it's not. Don't sell me the new and exciting because you're on network, because you're on cable television. You know what I'm saying? That shit's done.
Yeah,
there's nothing like it's exciting
and
it's nothing new.
And I respectfully disagree, because it's a little bit new in the sense of that Jake came in and not at one point in that did he put himself over, minus the whole part of his 20 years being clean and sober. But I think that was to entail his passion for coming in. But now the only thing that doesn't make sense is that he's coming in and he's feuding with Cody Rhodes. Now there's no past history with Jake Roberts and Dusty, as far as I know. There's no, at least, ill will. But now is he coming in because he's a punk kid like type thing? Like they need to elaborate a little bit more on the story for me.
You mean like the self-entitlement, the entitlement?
Yeah, like is Jake looking at it like that? He goes, I don't want to.
That's exactly what he's looking at. Yeah.
But like I said, to me, that wasn't about him. Whereas stuff that WWE does, The Undertaker,
is the client MJF.
Oh, I could be. I mean, I don't know how you circle back.
I don't know how you circle back either. I'm just saying, like,
but why not? But then again, MJF is probably the last person in AEW that needs a mouthpiece.
I agree.
Especially with that. Did you see that thing with him over the week with I think it happened on Sunday. He took a picture with the kid and he gave the kid the finger and all that stuff.
People went bananas.
I fucking love it.
Of course,
I love it.
It's what a heel's supposed to do.
Exactly. But then MJF, I think, met up with the kid afterwards during the week, smooth things over
because of social media.
Yeah, exactly. But I love that. Fuck
bullshit.
that.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
But all in all, like I said, I like it. What he's gonna do is, I think he's gonna just help. I don't think he's going to be there too long. Although, like you said, Tully's been there since the inception.
Yeah,
we don't really see much of him.
Right, but because he's on social media with Sean Spears looking for a tag team partner.
Which is, I kind of like that idea.
I'm not mad at that, but you have all these old conjures in there. It's like, I'm just like, okay, I love every one of those guys has a special place in my heart, though.
Yeah.
I love the Horsemen. I loved fucking, obviously, who didn't love Jake the Snake Roberts?
Yeah.
But like, I love DDP. If you listen to this podcast anytime last year, you came on late last year, we all loved 1998, 99 DDP, you know? Yeah. So I'm not mad at any of these guys being involved. I'm just like, don't try to sell me on it when it's not new. It's exciting, but it's not different.
Yeah.
It's not different at all.
I think it's just like you said, they're not shining a huge spotlight on them.
They're not.
Yeah.
It's for me, it's like, you know, they're trying to recapture certain things, and you know, it's like there's nothing that exciting about the new product that's gonna make the casual fan come back. I feel like,
yeah,
you know, if unless you were a hardcore fan back in the day, or you were one of those, oh, I used to love wrestling, but I outgrew it, and you're watching it again. It's like there's nothing that compelling on television right now that's going to bring these fans back.
No.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's like I don't care if you're on cable television, network television. I don't give a shit. It's just that I think AEW is trying to sell you, like the beans for the beanstalk. It's like here our stuff is better because what are you doing better? You're cherry picking talent. You have amazing talent there. The talent pool there is amazing.
And they're still not using it all, too.
No,
I mean, thank God for Dark, because that's when you get like a real good of the underlining thing.
So it's like I don't get, I just don't try to sell me a hill of beans, man. Like I'm not I love seeing Jake the Snake, don't get me wrong, but it's not riveting television for a casual fan, because that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get the casual fan.
Yeah.
If you didn't watch wrestling 20, 30 years ago, you don't even know who Jake the Snake Roberts is.
Yeah.
If you're a new fan, you're like, who's this guy?
But in the same sense, but if you're a new fan,
you go back, right?
Yes, you do go back, but if you're a new fan and you don't have a WWE network and you see that guy and you just go, wow, why is he upset? I'm going to tune in next week and see what happens. Like I could see how that can set the hooks in. Like I said, I think they're doing what WWE was intending to do with the legends per se, if that makes sense.
Dan Lopez checking in, the handsome one.
But what do you think of? Did you see NXT?
Yeah, but Dan says there's
less
than 1 million people watch AEW and NXT.
Yeah,
between 800,000 and 600,000, which is true. 300 million people in the U.S. That's right, and 44% of them don't vote. That's another podcast. Yes, I saw NXT. All right, I'm a steel cage match mark. That's my thing. You give me a cage match, a good cage match, and I will be your best friend. I'll be the biggest mark in the whole section. Sit down, Mark. That'll be me. Right? The Roddy thing makes sense with the Dream. It was good. The Tegan Knox thing makes sense because they had a feud, right? No one's utilizing the cage. Stop with the high spots. I want to see the face rammed in there. I want to see him bang body parts. I want to see him. I want to see some people get banged up in there.
Yeah, that's the whole idea of the cage match.
But no one's doing that.
Yeah,
no one's doing that. There's like a thing, man. It's like, what the fuck? Like, these cage matches are being implemented, and nobody's using the cages.
Yeah, well,
except for the high spots.
Exactly. Well, like I said, because Tegan Knox jumped off, which it was funny. They showed a replay of it, and I seen it on the second go round, and I looked, I was just like, that wasn't really much of a jump. Like she almost like kind of like fell forward. It wasn't really so much a jump. And but it was a creative, they both had very creative endings, which I thought was good. And especially the Dream Roddy match. I love that whole idea. He looked behind him and goes, "Oh, all right. Go ahead, Roddy. You can win." I like that. Like that was because that's never been done before. It's like kudos to NXT and whoever's booking it, Shawn Michaels or whatever. Like that's a great and creative ending.
Again, you can write all this fun shit, but if you're gonna write in a cage match,
I 100% agree.
If you're gonna write in a cage match, then do me a favor, use the cage.
Yeah.
Please, I'm begging you, use the cage. When there was War Games, they used the cage. Big matches in the 80s. The boiling point of a feud
was
the cage match.
The whole
Snooker Morocco. Match. Like, stop, man. Magnum and Tully, man. Yep. I mean, Buzz Sawyer with the Buzz Sawyer and Tommy Rich. Like, I can go on and on and on. Like Bundy and Hogan.
Yeah.
One of my favorite matches of all time was Bundy and Hogan because of the build-up.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not Orndorff and Hogan.
Oh yeah.
There's so many great cage matches. Freebirds and the Von Erichs. Dusty and the Russians.
Yeah.
Hard Times.
And like you said, like it's. I think they're doing their best with what they got. Where they can't go, obviously they can't bleed and all this stuff. But like in the same sense, you can also use the cage. like the whole escaping the cage thing. It doesn't kind of make sense. Like if you're in this bloodlust for a feud, why are you running away from your opponent?
I'm not bloodlusting at all either.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if you're gonna, if you can't blade, if you can't juice, if you know, then don't use the cage.
Yeah. Oh no, I agree.
Then don't use the cage.
But like, I mean, because I remember hearing about it, it's like, two cage matches. I'm like, is it going to be over?
As soon as I saw it, I was disappointed.
But I think they did a decent job with trying to, like, it was definitely two feuds that needed to be done, but you could have did it on 2 separate nights though too. Like maybe one on the NXT and then one at a takeover, But I see what they did. I'm excited for next week. I think next week's going to be a better show than this week was.
Which is
they have I want to say not Austin Theory.
He fought this week.
Yeah, that was a great match with Isaiah Swerve Scott.
No, I like Austin Theory.
Yeah.
He's the kid from Evolve.
Yeah,
I like that kid a lot.
And next week I think it's going to be the tag champs and against the old grizzled vets.
They jumped the Broserweights.
Yeah.
So Undisputed Era are all getting involved. I can't get mad at any tag team in NXT.
No, absolutely not.
At all. They're all good tag teams.
Absolutely not.
I'm really excited. They're hyping Rhea Ripley and Charlotte. I'm really excited for that. That's gonna be some good stuff. And Keith Lee, I'm excited about that.
Oh, that's what it's Keith Lee against Cameron Grimes next week too.
Grimes, yeah.
That's gonna be a good match.
So now you're gonna see a contrast to styles. Keith Lee is not fighting the big guy right now, and then Dijakovic poured his heart out 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So he's gonna not take a back seat, so to speak, but at least now they're gonna showcase some other people because they've invested a lot of creative in this kid Grimes.
Yeah.
He was Brody King or something like that.
He was
forgot his
my
name.
God.
You know what I'm talking about.
Trevor Lee.
Trevor Lee.
I couldn't think of it. Trevor Lee.
It's the Brody King, Brody Lee. Those are fucking. That's the Pete. That's Villain Enterprises and the kid that's the Luke. That's
Luke Harper.
Luke Harper.
But yeah, like I said, and I like Velveteen Dream against Cole. It's something different. I mean, do you think that's NXT Takeover WrestleMania Tampa? You think that's worthy for a main event?
Now that Finn Balor has Walter, that'll be then Gargano and Ciampa.
Yeah.
Which is you know what I'm saying? Now you have 3. That's 3 matches right there.
Yeah. I wanted to see them. I'm not that I don't want to see another Gargano Ciampa match. I mean, I'm 50-50 on that. Like they got to do something. We've seen 3 matches 2 years ago.
This might be the blow off.
Yeah, like and the only thing that's different about this now is like it pretty much the roles are reversed. Johnny's the heel, Tommaso's the and they're not fighting for the championship.
It's a dynamic difference.
But
yeah,
I don't. To me, I like the idea of. I love Finn against Walter, obviously, but I did like the idea of a 4-way with Finn, Gargano, Ciampa, and Cole.
That still may happen. I have a question though. You think after the Gargano Ciampa match, one of them gets? You think Johnny Wrestling gets bumped up?
No.
Nope.
He's NXT for life.
You think so?
Absolutely.
And Ciampa too?
I think they never. I don't think they. I think they would expedite release if they ever.
Pastor Siddell's in the building. I was talking about you the other day, Pastor.
Pastor Siddell.
I'm thinking about vacationing the great state of Missouri either this summer or next summer.
Missouri, huh?
Yeah, I want to go across though and visit Pastor while I'm out there.
Yeah.
Pastor, you hate your life. What do you mean you hate your life? You're an amazing human being. You're a man of the cloth. You're an awesome wrestling and music fan.
I'm about to say, did something on SmackDown just happen?
That's exactly what Pastor's probably watching SmackDown and probably saying, "Why am I doing this? I should have turned into Turnbuckle Throwbacks an hour ago." But anyway, I'm thinking about doing a whole going across the state, Kansas City, St. Louis, Branson. I'm doing
Missouri. That's the one they got the arches there.
Show me state, baby.
Yeah.
Show me state. All right. So you want to do? Speaking of WWE,
we'll do a rundown
real quick. JBL Hall of Fame.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. I'm glad they didn't put him in as the APA. JBL, what was it? 03, 04 when he started having the matches with
the
Eddie?
Wrestling God.
Yeah, and it wasn't. I thought it was a little bit longer. It was only about a year, give or take. And he was definitely deserving, but he had a 10-year, 12 year career before that. And I hope he shines a little bit more light on that, like his Japan stuff and working in Germany and everything. I think it's more than deserving, JBL, especially if anything, like he started the tribute for the troops thing and everything he does outside the ring. I think he's Hall of Fame as well. I know he's a very polarizing figure.
I was never a fan.
Yeah.
He was a kind of a throwback though with the whole lariat and
yeah.
So what's up, Mr. Ron's saying? I didn't forget about you. We're going to measure the wall behind me.
Yeah.
I didn't forget about you. Maybe we'll do that tonight before we leave.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to get in. Everybody's going to get in. So it's like it's just a matter of time before that he gets in.
Yeah. I'm not
mad at it. I mean, I just wasn't a big JBL fan at all.
I liked it.
I like this stuff with Cena.
Yeah.
You mentioned Eddie. I like your thoughts. The Bellas too. Like.
I knew they were going in. I wasn't surprised.
It's just like, again, guys, everybody's getting in. I used to tell this to Tank all the time. Everybody's getting in. It's just a matter of politics.
Yeah. Well, I disagree. There's no shot Benoit's ever getting in. I completely disagree.
Of who?
Benoit.
Well, that's different. I'm talking about
Choppy's like he's getting in. There's no fucking way.
Maybe when he's dead. No, he is dead. I'm talking about when he's dead.
Yeah, I don't
like when he's
so.
like dead. I don't know. I think most of the people like all the concussion lawsuit guys.
Yeah,
they're all going to wind up getting in, like Demolition and all.
Well, like I said, I wonder if that's what's holding it back. Is like you said, like Demolition should just fucking suck it up. Like they're trying to get in on this class action suit. Just withdraw your name. This way you can not get put in after you fucking die.
I don't care anymore. Like who gets it?
Yeah, I know. I know it's a fake bullshit. There's no real fucking building. Blah blah blah. This and that.
I like the ceremony. I mean,
I love the ceremony.
I'm not gonna lie about it. I watch it every year.
I love the ceremony.
I'm invested, man.
And I like Batista coming in. Now, once again watching the Ruthless Aggression.
I'm on episode 3.
Yeah, I just watched the first 3, and about the evolution, and like I forgot how early Batista was. In my head, like when it first started, I was like, oh, man, Batista only had like a 3-year run.
Batista, NWO, the Bellas, and
JBL. And there's going to be one more.
At least one more.
Yeah, and it's got to be somebody that's passed away, which opens the door for British Bulldog. It's got to be
the Bulldog probably get in.
It's got to be the Bulldog, and more, much so far deserving of it as well.
Yeah.
All
right, so let's do want to preview the Elimination Chamber, the worst gimmick in pro wrestling.
I mean, I know we said this at one point last year, but this might be close to it. Raw didn't piss me off as much this week, and seeing what they're doing, but like this pay-per-view coming, it's kind of like it's a throwaway. I mean, do you even call it a pay-per-view? It's kind of just like a Sunday night event. Because it's really not that exciting. Like they should just get rid of the Elimination Chamber, go right into Mania.
Don't get me started. How do we do last week with points, by the way?
1, 2, 3.
Went 3 and 3.
3 and 3. No, 3 and 4.
3 and 4. Okay.
Yeah, 3 and 4.
All right, 3. Okay, so 3 out of 7.
Yep.
Okay. Well, that's not good.
That's not good.
All right. Elimination Chamber. Let's see. It's in Philly.
That I like.
Our girl Liz Gorman's going to be there.
Oh, is she?
Yeah. U.S. Championship, Andrade against Humberto Carrillo. I can't do that. I can't roll my R's.
I can't. Neither can I. I'm about to say you're the voice guy on the show. You can't roll your R's.
I can. The more I drink, the more I roll shit. I'm not drinking right now, so
yeah.
We'll take Andrade to retain.
I can't.
Just
see
came
him.
back. That fucking junkie.
I think I think they're gonna soon go to a feud with him and Garza, which I'm starting to like this Angel Garza guy.
Oh no, I like.
Yeah, I like what's going on there.
I like the unmasked luchadors.
Yeah, they're fucking killing it.
Yeah, they are. They're killing it.
Yeah, definitely Andrade.
Okay, Andrade. Raw tag straps. The Street Profits against Rollins and Murphy. I don't see the Street Profits losing.
No, I don't think so either. And listen, that is one of the most pretty fucking frog splashes you ever seen in your life, right there.
Yeah,
Montez Ford gets the fuck up there.
Did you see his kids celebrating?
Yeah.
On Twitter.
Yeah,
isn't that great? Them jumping around the living room.
Yep.
You know, that's I love that stuff, man.
Like I said, and they were another one where it took a while for it to happen, and then every week now it's starting to. I'm not annoyed by their backstage gimmicks anymore because, like, at first they would just narrate and Raw.
Yeah, that was annoying.
It started to lose its luster, but now like now they're starting to do promos in the ring, and they're fucking wrestling. They're good. These guys are good.
Well, they were good in NXT.
Yeah.
Yeah. They wanted the smoke. They got it. IC title match. Braun Strowman defends against Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yeah.
Sami Zayn and Cesaro. I don't see Braun Strowman losing.
I know. It's such a shame though, because I don't see it either. But three of my favorite wrestlers right now in WWE are gonna get fucking squashed by Braun Strowman.
So you taking Strowman?
Yeah, I got no choice.
No, you don't have, dude. We can have a conversation.
I don't want to have a listen.
right.
I could try to win it, but we gotta get points here.
All right, points of points.
Points of points.
No DQ match. This intrigues me a little bit. Aleister Black versus AJ Styles.
I like this.
He took a beating the other night. That
I
was
like
so
this.
good. He took a Ricky Morton beating.
Yeah.
Poor Aleister Black.
I like this, but once again, I hope that after Mania they revisit this feud. I think there's a little bit more meat on this bone here for Aleister Black and AJ Styles.
Can I mention that Fallon's disdain for AJ Styles?
Really?
Like,
is it the soccer mom haircut?
I think it's the whole package.
Really?
I can't even sell her on his old stuff. Like, she's just, I don't even like him.
But it's the annoying heel gimmick?
It's got to be because, I mean, he's doing his job.
He's doing his job, yeah.
Right, but she's like not even like, she's emotionally invested. Like, she'll carry on like in between two commercial breaks.
That's cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
she hates AJ Styles.
That's how you do it then.
But we're taking Aleister Black for the win? Or you taking AJ? We're taking AJ?
Yeah, AJ going into Mania against The Undertaker. So,
okay, we'll take AJ Styles. Okay.
Gotta be.
All right. SmackDown Tag Team Strap Elimination Chamber match.
I'm actually kind of looking forward to this.
If this wasn't in the cage, I'd be more excited.
Yeah, yeah, that's the other part
Miz
of it.
and Morrison defend against the Usos, the New Day, the Heavy Machinery, Rude and Ziggles, and the Lucha House Party.
Which one of those do not belong?
Ring that bell. Ringeth thy bell, Jay. Ringeth thy bell.
Well, definitely ain't gonna be Lucha House Party. I'm picking.
Oh no, that was my pick.
Oh God.
I'm taking. I think I'm taking Miz and Morrison. They just won the title.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the same thing. I think they're gonna because you have to showcase them at WrestleMania. And I mean, listen, they could lose it and then win it again, but yeah, you got to go Miz and Morrison. I agree.
Raw Women's Championship #1 contender match for WrestleMania in the Chamber.
Shayna
Baszler.
You don't have to read any. Okay. Although I am interested with
Liv Morgan. No, Ruby Riott.
Ruby Riott. I think something good could happen with that, but it's got to be Shayna because that's the whole match we want to see is Shayna, against Becky.
Okay. All right. And let's see, moving right along. I think that's it, right?
No, there's no Roman's not fighting. I thought he was.
I thought so too, but I don't see it on here. Hold on, let me pull up. I have it on CBS. That's why
I would say knowing the E, they probably announced 3 more matches tonight.
No, hold on, I got some more matches. Hold on. There's Drew Gulak versus Daniel Bryan.
That I like.
And that's it.
Really?
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, there's got to be.
That's probably a pre-show. We taking Daniel Bryan. This is a pre-show. Who cares?
Yeah,
should be bonus points.
Yes, I'm gonna go with. I'll tell you why Drew Gulak.
Okay.
Because I think I want to say that Daniel Bryan is looking to put anybody and everybody over. Not that he's on his way out.
I mean, it's a pre-show match. I don't think it'll count towards points, but
it'll count towards points.
Yeah,
well, absolutely.
So you taking Drew Gulak?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go with Daniel Bryan.
I mean, if you're wrong, if we're wrong, we'll just have a conversation.
Yeah, I don't know. I like the idea of him doing this stuff, especially Drew Gulak. Like that guy is so fucking good that he's finally starting to have a little time. He's shaking off this 205 stench, and just doing something on the main roster. That's all it is.
And you know what though? It's his hometown.
Yeah, which is all the more reason why Daniel Bryan's going to go over. Nobody wins in their hometown.
I'm just putting that out there.
Nobody wins in their
I'm
hometown.
Just putting that out there.
Except for Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder is the only one.
Speaking of, so is that it? Do we have any more news?
There was they would what was I saying before? Well, we talked about they might delay Mania, but the delaying the Mattel thing. Well, Matt Hardy hasn't signed with anybody yet, which is pretty interesting in my eyes because he was just on the new episode of no, the Young Bucks were on a new episode of Free to Delete. So
I haven't watched it.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They're short videos, and like I said, it just shows you how fucking creative Hardy is. Like, once again, I think going back to what you were saying, like you're beating the dead horse, yes, but you're also letting these guys call their own shots. So I know they announced a match. I think it's for Lakeland. I think it's Nick Aldis against PCO.
Supercard of Honor.
Yeah, which is
hell yeah, I'll be there.
Which is going to be pretty good. I'm excited to see that.
Dude, speaking of NWA, I am all in with NWA right now.
Yeah,
Jay, it's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good.
I'm just not sold on the song. I just
it'll change. Give it a couple of weeks.
I love the song.
Into the Fire.
Yeah,
the Pantera doesn't fit, right?
Yeah, Pantera doesn't fit in my eyes.
All right,
but I love what they're doing. Zicky Dice,
new television champ.
Zicky Dice is excellent.
He was on the Wizards.
He was on the Wizards last week or 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, and Zicky Dice is killing it. I mean, and that's the other thing too. Like you could, I was going to say Aaron Spears.
Aaron Stevens.
Aaron Stevens. I love the gimmick. It just shows of how good he is.
Do you not want a Mongrovian flag?
I really want.
I think we should get one for the fucking.
Just hang it up right there.
Not here, but we should hang it up in the room. We should get a Mongrovian flag for Choppy's bedroom.
Yeah, and but like same thing. NWA is they are doing everything that they can to maximize, and which I was going to talk about with Throwback. Like it's in a studio, yes, but it's so much energy, and it's so good with like that that's coming back and forth. Even like the women's stuff too. The women's stuff is good.
Yeah,
like Sienna and Thunder Rosa. Well, no, Sienna.
No, it was what's her face? Thunder Rosa,
Melina. Yeah. So,
all right. So before we go to break, I just want to make a quick mention that I have family that opened up a new shop.
That's right.
In Long Island.
That is right.
Hastel Toys. It's over in Medford, New York, and out in Strong Island, the hometown of the Mandingos of Destiny. They're going to have Hornswoggle at their new location on March 26th from 5 to 8:30 p.m. 5:30 to 8:30. And that's going to be a Route 112 in Medford, New York, which I probably will be around there tomorrow. I'll be about 5 to 7 miles away from there. Elaine already went.
Oh, you read? What did he say?
He bought a Macho Man fig. He said it was good. He met with my sister's husband.
Oh, cool.
And it is what it is. It's a nice venture. Hopefully, we'll do some work with them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thinking about going out there for a podcast, like maybe doing a live one or like recording something.
Yeah, we'll do a live one there.
They got you got a whole bunch of toys there, so you can go to it's Hastel Toy. It's HASTTELTOY. I'm not getting any money for this, by the way. .com. They are on Instagram, they're on Facebook, they're on Twitter at Hastel Toy, and they have a bunch of shit right now. What are they selling currently? Let's see. He's got now available. He's got Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder's got actually bought stuff from him.
Oh, really?
He's got vintage. He has WWE Hasbro Lucy's. He's got the new Hasbros. He's got Ninja Turtles. He's got vintage action figures. He's got the old Mattels. He's got the Jax figures. He's got Funko Pops, Ghostbusters stuff. Yeah. So
are Jax making a comeback?
I don't think so. I think he just has that stuff. So go check him out. He's at a nice little store, and you can go stop by Elaine's too if you bring him if you bring only an ice cream cake from across the street by Carvel, he might let you in his house.
I do owe him a fudgy to whale. So
yeah. No. So anyway, I think that's it. Any other
I think
news?
that's it. No, that's all I got. Like I said, I forgot about NWA, but
oh no, I didn't.
Oh yeah. I'm excited to see some more circled squared stuff. I finally went back and seen what you were telling me.
Oh, the Sean Mooney shit.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's great.
Yeah, that was really. It got a little confusing with like the whole interruptions or whatever, But that would be something. That's something to look into. That was pretty cool. So,
and I can't wait for the Crockett Cup.
Yes. Oh God, yes.
Cannot wait. That's the day after the convention.
Yep.
So I need to be in front of my TV or somebody's TV and seeing some Crockett Cup, because that for me, that was like the big thing I couldn't watch on TV when I was a kid. It was had to wait for magazines to come out,
Yep. We got, like I said, we got to have an old school NWA party.
Hell yeah.
I'll wear my Zubaz.
Yeah, maybe we could do the big gold belt.
Yeah.
All right, let's plug our friends. Take a quick little break. I have to tinkle anyway.
Tinkle.
And Jay has picked a wonderful throwback for you guys tonight.
Yeah, finally not a shit show.
I'm proud of you, Jay.
Yeah,
proud of you.
Well, I only want to do the shit ones when Choppy's here.
I think that should be should be mandatory that we pick out shitty pay-per-views.
His first pay-per-view back, we are just finding something bad.
Yeah, we could do like a WCW.
Halloween Havoc 91.
No, I liked Halloween Havoc 91. Shut up. Halloween Havoc 2001. How about that? Okay.
2000, yeah.
How about that? Yeah. Then he'll bang his head against the mic a little more. Miss you, buddy. Maybe not. Anyway, with Turnbuckle Throwbacks, we're live on the rant. We'll be right friggin' back. Just plug our friends and hang out with us for a few minutes. We'll be all right.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Okay, let's give this a try. The Shining Wizards is a funny wrestling podcast. No. The Shining Wizards is an insightful wrestling podcast. How about this? The Shining Wizards is a great wrestling podcast that airs live Monday nights at 7 p.m. East on rantemradio.com and Rant Entertainment Media on the TuneIn app. Of course, it's available on all podcasting platforms. I think that covers it. To check us out, go over to shiningwizards.com and get ready to join us for some wrestling talk and talk about wrestling.
I don't know.
All those moments will be lost in time. Like tears in rain.
In a world where Hollywood tries to tell you how to live while doing the exact opposite, where fresh ideas are tossed away for a cash grab reboot, where the media has become nothing but propaganda and freedom is traded for what they tell you is security and safety, there is Inconclusive Breakdown, your weekly look at current events and entertainment with no political correct BS. Just news and uncensored opinions everywhere you get podcasts. A proud member of the Shining Wizards Network.
Horns up, beautiful motherfuckers. Radioactive Metal is here on the Shining Wizards Network, and we want you to listen.
Every week, we cover the world of heavy metal and speak to your favorite bands.
We discuss new releases, concerts, controversies, and everything else that's related to heavy metal.
And occasionally, we even talk about pro wrestling.
Catch us live every Thursday night on purerockradio.net.
Listen to past episodes at radioactivemetal.org or at shiningwizardsnetwork.com.
And remember, it's not metal unless it's radioactive metal.
Hey, this is Mike from the Midnight Jury. When you are done with this show, join my co-hosts Adam, Cal, Sydney, and I every Friday as we travel back to the last old school generation of the 80s and 90s to review the best and worst in pop culture, horror, and occasionally pro wrestling on WLWstudios.com or the Midnight Jury feeds on iTunes, TuneIn Radio, or Player FM. Go back in time when it was all about VHS, arcades, and hanging out at the mall. And remember that every second Saturday of the month, we go live at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Rant EM Radio, which includes taking your calls. Once again, that's the Midnight Jury on iTunes, TuneIn Radio, Player FM, and our home, WLWstudios.com. We'll see you there.
This is Ed Zola listening to Phil J and that pain in the ass Choppy on the Turnbuckle Throwbacks. How you doing?
Hello again, everybody, and welcome.
That is freaking awesome.
You like that, huh?
Oh, I tell you, man, I've been on such a Mid-South kick for like the last month or so.
I was watching the DVD before you picked me up.
Oh, no shit.
To get into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a Blu-ray player, buddy.
I got to figure
Because
that
this you would definitely enjoy this.
Oh, dude.
The last match I was watching was a 6-man. It was Ernie Ladd and the Samoans against Andre, Dusty, and Junkyard Dog.
Oh, that's like 82, 83.
Over 1,000 pounds.
Oh my god.
Total combined weight.
I've been all in on Mid-South as of late.
I know. Hello, Miss Taba. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, Tabes.
Tabinator.
Yeah.
Isn't
Her kids now call it Tabes, by the way.
Oh,
Tabes.
Oh no, that's not
so
good.
It's so funny.
That's messed up. Of course you would endorse that, you animal.
Of course I do. Well, that's what you're supposed to do with kids, right?
Oh,
You're supposed to teach them the bad shit.
Yeah, I guess so.
Disrespect their mom.
That's fucked up, dog.
But I meant to actually, so I don't sound like too much of an idiot, here, but whatever. I'll sound like an idiot. Joe Watts, I'm assuming that's
Bill Watts.
Yeah, that's Bill Watts' son.
Yeah. Let's get into where's my
He didn't get much of the mass of Bill Watts, huh?
No,
skinny ass kid.
No, not at all.
Or the
Not at all.
athleticism of Eric Watts.
Oh.
Eric Watts, I think, gets a little bit of a bad shake here. I was not a big Eric Watts fan, but I was a young kid. What the hell did I know at that time?
Yeah, what did you know? Because
I was 8 years old.
Yeah, you were 8 years old and very naive. Eric Watts was awful.
Eric Watts for the win.
I'm going to respectfully disagree. Ring that bell. Are you ready for your throwback?
Let's do it.
This is all you today, buddy.
I can't wait.
And now, here is your Throwback of the Week, sponsored by the Shining Wizards Network and Rant EM Radio.
So it was funny, so I got inspired. I was thinking about Jake the Snake Roberts, and I was like, you know what? I want to see some Mid-South Jake Roberts. And so I was trying to do something that was, within the time frame. So literally, 35 years ago, this weekend, actually, March 9th, 1985, Mid-South. So this was done in Louisiana.
Yes.
It was at a Boys and Girls Club, they kept saying, which was a huge area, like where the entrance ramp was.
Yeah.
But the lighting is poor, I guess, compared to what we used to. But man, does it not add to the ambiance of old school professional wrestling?
How about people smoking in the
Yeah.
as a kid, you go into Madison Square Garden, you see that cloud of smoke over your head.
Yeah.
It's just weird seeing people smoke in public now because you can't do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
I never smoke, so I don't have that.
No, I used to smoke, and it's
Right.
the same thing. And but it is pretty, it was pretty good. So I got inspired by it. And like I said, I'm all in on Mid-South as of late. So
you should be.
So the first thing I said, I was like, oh, we're doing Mid-South. So like I said, I got it. So I watched the week before, and at this point they kicked Dugan out of Ted DiBiase has been feuding with Dugan at this point. And,
Dugan. The Rat Pack is broken up, basically.
Yeah, and Duggan's walking around with a coal miner's glove.
He won that. Let's not.
Yeah, so now this is where I don't know.
On that DVD, he won the loser versus. It was a tuxedo.
Yes.
/ cage / coal miner's glove match.
Yeah. Okay.
And the loser leaves town.
Okay.
And it was taped in Houston, Texas.
See, that's what. Yeah, I can see. I don't know. So I just
Dugan was him and DiBiase just like they're going to the prom. But he beat DiBiase, who was basically on his way out at that point.
Yeah.
And JYD was already out at that point.
In 85,
84, 85, yeah. So, yeah, so that's where that came from. And now Dugan's the top baby face in the company.
Yeah, but
Terry Taylor.
Terry Taylor was pretty hot at this point.
Yeah, Terry Taylor is probably one of the most talented guys in pro wrestling. The unfortunate thing is Terry Taylor is that he either right guy, wrong territory, or right guy, terrible gimmick. Like there was always that stigma with him.
Well, like I said, I mean, it would lead it up. This is the same conversation we could have for Butch Reed as well. Like, do you think Terry Taylor believed his own hype?
No, because he's still well respected. To this day he has a job.
Yeah.
He's still a mentor. He could basically, if Terry Taylor wanted to, he could basically run a Fed if he wanted to. He's got that kind of clout. I mean, not money wise. I mean, like knowledge.
He's another one that's a little bit polarizing in the sense, like guys that like him, and then guys that don't like him fucking despise.
And you got to understand too, a year from now is when Watts starts to bleed money.
Yeah,
and the UWF actually runs with Jim Crockett.
Yeah, and
they actually unified the TV titles.
Yeah,
he feuds with Nikita Koloff.
Well, it's something cool to see about the TV title being it's a necklace, basically a medallion on a necklace, but it's kind of cool.
Planet, yeah.
But it was kind of cool. So the week before, Terry Taylor's fighting a very young baby face in the name of Tim Horner. And it was kind of cool to see Tim Horner like this. And but right before, and Jim Ross was doing the announcing, so which was kind of cool to see him as a ring announcer. And next thing you know, Jake the Snake comes in and says, whoever wins, he doesn't matter. He wants to face whoever's the champion the next week, and that leads into Terry Taylor going against Jake Roberts and everything.
And they opened the
card
episode with the title match. Which is kind of weird. They don't usually do it with TV time remaining.
Yeah. But they did. It was 10-minute matches.
Correct.
And I tell you, so we could talk about the first match. It was Terry Taylor against Jake Roberts.
Yeah, I'm watching it now.
And it was good, man. Like you could see Jake Roberts was definitely the complete opposite of Terry Taylor in the gym.
Well, if you listen to Jake Roberts, he wasn't allowed to work.
Yeah, well, that was it. Yeah, and WWE.
Vince got mad at him. He's like, I don't just bring the fucking snake, dude.
But this is pre-snake, obviously. But man, everything. It's so good to see. You could see the beginning where Roberts is trying to wrestle, and then he just goes heel.
Takes he knocks Randy Anderson on his ass.
Yeah.
Grabs the wooden chair.
Yeah.
None of this prefabricated stuff. And he DDTs young Terry Taylor's cranium right on top of the
Which is funny.
chair.
I rewinded it a few times to try to see where he cut himself or whatever.
Yeah.
Excellent job by Terry Taylor.
And what's really messed up is after he does it, Taylor rolls over and Jake's still shit talking to him. I was like, oh, and the ref's like trying to, Randy Anderson's trying to get in the way. He's like, yo, man, get out of my way. And he's shit talking to him. I thought that was fantastic, by the way.
And like I said, it completely, and then it's the start. Like I said, I can't wait to watch the next episode. Like when I go home, man.
This is on the network.
Yeah.
It's from March 7th of 85.
Oh, March 7th. I said March 9th. Sorry.
It's okay. It's so now you could, and anybody wants to follow along.
Yeah. And, but and just to see, like you said, where it's white meat babyface against, and clearly they're putting the rocking to Terry Taylor because we could see. I can't wait to talk about that end
we'll get
video.
Into it.
Oh,
we'll get
God.
into it. We'll get into it. Your next match,
Buddy Landell against Brad Armstrong.
A very young Brad Armstrong. Rest in peace, all these
and
guys.
A very crisp fucking Brad Armstrong.
Oh,
this dude can throw. I mean, we always say, Ricky Steamboat throws the fucking arm drags, but man, a close second's got to be Brad Armstrong because man, that motherfucker snapped the fucking.
No one gives
drag.
love to Buddy Landell. And he was a good performer.
He was.
He believed his own hype as well.
I was just gonna say, does he fall into that?
He came from that Memphis territory where, our shit didn't stink.
Yeah,
and he would go somewhere else.
Excellent heel.
Oh yeah, no,
excellent heel.
Good wrestler. Yeah, solid. He could talk too.
Yeah.
Tried to steal the Nature Boy gimmick. A lot of guys did though.
Yeah, but I think that's and everybody's and you can make the argument that. Ric Flair stole the Nature Boy
Buddy
gimmick.
Rogers.
Yeah,
Buddy Rogers stole from somebody else.
Yeah,
so
and this was a good match. It was fairly short. I want to say. I think it was under 5 minutes or something. And but man, like I said, no mullet. Brad Armstrong was a former North American champion.
Yep.
I think he was another champion. I heard them say. I forget it, but same thing, 1985. And we all know him from the 90s. He was, an enhancement. I don't
Brad
know.
Armstrong?
Yeah.
He was a mid-Carter guy.
Yeah, he was a mid-Carter at best.
He was Fantasia, I think.
He was Bad Street.
Bad Street,
he was
Bad Street,
He was Arachnaman.
He was Arachnaman. He was the Candyman.
He was the Candyman.
Came out with the candy stripes gimmicks.
God. But
he wins the match though.
Yeah. And
with a power slam,
and almost deciding, and like I said, full blown same thing as Terry Taylor, just a white meat baby face, crowd unbelievably behind Brad Armstrong.
Well, the Armstrongs were over, man.
Yeah. So, and like I said, it was really, really good, and like you said, Buddy Landell, not a buffoon heel, but at least at this point, but Buddy Landell unfortunately had personal issues, in and out of drugs and what have you.
A lot of guys did.
Yeah, and
a lot of guys did.
But it is a shame. Some of his stuff in Smoky Mountain was amazing too, Buddy Landell. And that I've seen a few things of. So,
all right, your next match.
Now this is a team I don't know too much about. Dirty
White Boys, Tony Anthony and Lou Denton.
Yeah.
So Tony Anthony wound up keeping the gimmick.
Yeah.
He wound up taking it to Memphis.
Yeah, because I remember, and same thing with
Smoky Mountain.
Smoky Mountain, yeah.
And he was also TL Hopper in WWF.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah. And of course,
he was pretty buff here.
Yeah.
Well, Lou Denton looked like he was completely gassed up. But.
Yeah, he was. He was. And they fight the team of Terry Daniels and Mike Jackson.
Private Terry Daniels. Thank you.
Now we know who Terry Daniels is and what he did. And I want to forget about what he did.
But they didn't even get. It was complete and utter squash. But it was to get the team over. And like I said, same thing. Like that's what I kind of like about, and NWA is doing a great job with it as well. Like making the stars for a reason, and like we'll talk about a guy later, Nord the Barbarian, where he the week prior he was in a squash match, where like you're just starting to build him up or what have you. But the Dirty White Boys just completely just shit canned to one guy. I think it was Mike Jackson. I don't even think they tagged in Terry Daniels. So quick match. I think it was like a minute and a half, something like that.
Yep.
So I was saying to Phil before the show, like I didn't know much about Iceman King Parsons, but yeah, like that guy's pretty goddamn charismatic. Like that crowd into him, and he was a mainstay in Dallas and World
NWA.
Class. Yeah,
he wrestled for Paul Bosch in Houston.
Yeah, and but man, Louisiana fucking loved him too. And I wonder, like you said, how much of this was Watts trying to gauge.
He was primarily a tag team wrestler. He teamed up with Pork Chop Cash, and he feuded with Kernodle and Jimmy Nelson in Mid-Atlantic.
Uh-huh.
And then he moved to World Class, like I said, and he feuded with the one-man gang, Chris Adams.
Yeah.
And then the Freebirds and
Missing Link. I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's the infamous. He used the Freebird hair cream.
Yeah.
To with Buddy Roberts.
Yeah.
And then he got burnt by Skandar Akbar and whatever. And then they almost won the NWA like American Tag Team Championships and whatever with him and Brian Adidas. Then he formed the Rock and Soul with Buck Zumoff from the AWA.
Okay. Yeah.
And then he went on to, he did this for a little while too. And
yeah.
He went back to UWF in the 90s for the UWF. And he feuded with Colonel De Beers.
Yeah, that was Herb Abrams.
Herb Abrams.
Yeah.
That was yeah. So
we got to do one of those for Choppy, I think.
Oh yeah. Oh no, 100%.
Yeah, just railroad them with that.
we've actually highlighted Iceman King Parsons in a couple of
Black
History Month matches with Devon Erickson.
I tell you, like I said, same thing. I know not that much about him, but like from what I've seen, I mean, charismatic as fuck. And like I said, there was they're starting a feud with Iceman and Kamala at this point.
Yeah.
And the week prior, something was going to happen. Kamala was the devastating splash off the top, which which we'll see later on, which is awesome that they can a simple move that they're putting fear into the audience of like it's gonna end this man's career type thing. And so I to me this is simple. It's like a musicians always say, keep it simple, stupid. Like this is at its finest. Like just simple booking and just keep it going. So
I like when I forget things.
Yeah.
I haven't seen in a long time. With this next match.
Yeah.
I didn't know that Hercules used the Sheik.
Neither did I.
And that was basically because of Skandar Akbar.
Yeah.
I didn't. And Hercules Hernandez, Ray Hernandez, mainstay in Florida, Mid-South, Japan, WWF. I was a big fan of Hercules.
Yeah. Dude could fucking bump.
Yeah.
I'm forgot. And he, I mean, clearly he wasn't as big as he'll end up being in perhaps WWF, but man, he can attack that mat. He was going down like bouncing up and down.
Yeah, so it's Gino Hernandez, the handsome half-breed.
Yeah.
I can't tell you. I mean, if you listen to this podcast, you know my love for the handsome half-breed. Gino Hernandez tragically died at a very young age.
Yeah.
Could have been a world champion several times over. Was that sort of talented.
Just he was
a natural worker. He was so good in the ring.
He would have been, at least in my opinion, Flair-esque. Maybe not 16 times or whatever how many times, but we would be talking about him because he was natural.
100%.
And like I said, it was the same thing where they had the Tales from the Dark Side or the Dark Side of the Ring.
Vice, yeah.
And excellent show. They're coming out with the second season.
Second season, yeah.
And but that was an excellent one. And the same thing. It usually takes these little trigger things for me to have to go back. And I do this with everything. I do it with music, movies, whatever. Like I'll find something and then I'll just open up the whole rabbit hole. I'm like, oh, I've never seen this. I've been on this earth for 34 years and I've never seen, like I said, once we started talking about Mid-South, I was like, I got to get to the bottom of this. And like I said,
right.
I'm all in.
Look at Jay being a responsible broadcast journalist.
But it's not even so much that it's
You're a fan.
It's exactly
right. That's why I do the podcast. That's why I leave my life for this.
And that's exactly what it is. Because like you said, like especially with this match, like with Hacksaw and Kerry Von Erich, like Kerry Von Erich's in on loan or whatever,
But this was well booked because Kerry, fresh off his win and loss, from Ric Flair, just lost title, and now he's like the most hottest thing in the planet right now.
Yeah,
why not move him over there and do his tour and whatever? And Duggan being the biggest face right now next to Terry Taylor, this makes perfect sense, So,
like I said, I love this match, and there was some shenanigans in it and all this stuff. Like I said, I loved, once again, just like going back to the simple things, like Duggan goes underneath the ring and pulls out the coal miner's glove, like it's something so
well. Like when Gino tries to knock Duggan out, and then Hercules throws Gino into outside, and then here comes DiBiase. He comes out. Now while we're back in the ring, Hercules is doing the Japanese sleeper, the Cobra Clutch to Kerry Von Erich, who's fighting out of it at this point. Now, DiBiase, who didn't leave at this point yet, he just came back, was trying to revive the referee. And here comes the coal mining club.
And it's just,
Here
and
comes
like
the
I
coal
said,
miners club.
Hercules Hernandez he just does an excellent, the like quintessential heel bump where he gets knocked loopy and falls in the middle of the ring.
What's up, John Rage? I think John, you have a match tomorrow, right? He's in New Pitbulls.
Oh, get out!
Him and Gary Wolf, yeah.
Good for him.
Rage, where you guys fighting? You guys fighting tomorrow, right? I think. Can you just remind everybody? I saw you posting something before. Dan Lopez says Terry Taylor should have won his match against Nikita Koloff at Starrcade. Crockett baby faces over the whole card.
Yes, well, hits
a point.
It's so funny how history repeats itself where WWF would do the same thing with the invasion angle where they would put their baby their guys over WCW guys. Like I said, they did the same thing then, but obviously we're looking at it with past eyes now. Like I'm just now getting into this whole rabbit hole, and I have preconceived notions about Terry Taylor, where he's the computerized man of the 90s and Terrence Taylor and obviously the Red Rooster,
He was supposed to be Mr. Perfect.
Allegedly. Where he came in right after. Listen, there's no way that let's just say hypothetically, if Terry Taylor was going to be Mr. Perfect, do you think he would have been over then? I think it's two different sides of charisma there.
I see Dan's point though.
100%.
You get the heel for the cheap win, and then knowing Dan like I know him, Dan thinks the way we think most of the time. You get the heel for the cheap win, and then you can progressively move that story along.
Yeah,
and depending on how long the guy was staying in the territory, you have a storyline now. You have a story.
Yeah.
Which I'm not mad at that. So,
but next match was they're getting Kamala, the Ugandan giant, over, and Skandal Akbar is telling him to get up to the top rope and all this stuff.
Well, yeah. Well, we forgot to mention Iceman's opponent, Frank Lavert, who's a jobber guy.
Yeah.
And the next jobber guy is David Eady.
Yeah.
And he's fighting Kamala, and like Jay said, I'm sorry, so finish.
But same thing. So they were talking about how the week before that he was going to jump off on Iceman off the top rope, and Butch Reed saved Iceman, and came in and did this excellent fucking rocket launcher with Kamala, which shows you how good Kamala was too. This dude's every bit of 380, 370, coming off the top rope and doing a excellent rocket launcher.
Yeah.
And
Kamala will cry about not getting paid. When you got a lot of money, Dawn Marie, look at here. And he cries about fucking in the shooting interviews. When you got a lot of money, you don't want to give some to me, Undertaker.
Yeah.
But truth be told, Kamala not only was a great performer, but he knew his place. And I think that at the time he was perfect wherever he was because he brought that big presence. The gimmick was over, wherever he went. So
I think he started in Memphis, or he started in I think he started in Memphis.
When you got a lot of money, Dawn Marie. Look at here, motherfucker. I said, she sounds like Foghorn Leghorn.
He does, yeah.
Son, you're as sharp as a bag of wet mice.
But and like I said, so they did the thing, and so they, poor Edie had to eat the. It was funny as soon as he does the splash, the referee instantly calls for the bell. It's just. Same thing. It's simple booking that puts him over as a monster heel. And you're putting over the move that's going to be like, okay, well, now Butch Reed can't. There's no way he could take a splash from the top, or can he? If he can, then he's stronger than we think, and all that stuff. So, but the next match made me laugh because I completely forgot. This must have been when Dr. Tom was just in med school because he was just Tommy Pritchard at this point. When he's facing the Barbarian, John Nord.
Yeah.
So he was just Tommy Pritchard here, but man, he got his fucking ass kicked. 2 minutes, 17 body slams by Nord the Barbarian.
John Nord.
Yeah.
The Berserker.
And
future Berserker, I should say.
Yeah.
That's one figure I should have bought myself. It's probably made expensive now. But.
Well, it's funny. He's mentioned a lot in Bruiser Brody's book. That was written by his wife.
We have that.
And but Buck Robley does a lot in it as well, and so like and Nord's mentioned a lot in it. I think it was just like his running mate or what have you, and but you could definitely tell that he was fairly new because he wasn't. This guy's huge.
Compared to his opponent, who was Tom Pritchard, a very skinny Tom Pritchard.
Yeah, very skinny Tom Pritchard.
I don't think Tom Pritchard was out of college like 2 weeks at this point.
Yeah, he was like I said, he was in med school.
He was in med school.
He was in med school.
He got the shit kicked out of him.
Oh my god.
Scandal Akbar always had the fucking cool heels though, man.
Yeah.
Devastation Incorporated was his gimmick, man. He had some cool ass stables.
Was he like one of the first? I mean, you can kind of say it though too, like Captain Lou when he was a heel manager. Like he was a cool heel.
There was a couple of cool heel managers though. You had Bobby Heenan.
Oh yeah,
Mr. Fuji. Jimmy Hart was like the first guy to bring
first family.
Him and Paul Ellering were heel managers in Georgia and Memphis.
Yeah.
Paul Ellering had the Legion of Doom, which was it was Bundy.
Jake Roberts,
the Mass Superstar, Bill Eadie, and the Road Warriors. And then you had the First Family, which was Jerry Lawler and all the guys.
Yeah.
And I think Austin Idol and.
But like I said, like it's funny, like how Scandal Akbar he doesn't get his just due sometimes. I think when it comes down because he was excellent, even as a wrestler. Like there was stuff that I didn't even know about. I forget what movie I seen, some documentary I seen with him in it. And he was talking about it, but like even as I just know his stuff from World Class, and obviously now from Mid South. And he never did anything in WWE, right?
Who?
Scandal?
No, he was a Texas guy.
Texas.
He basically primarily worked for Mid South and Fritz von Erich.
Yeah,
in World Class.
And this match lasted all of 2 minutes. Poor Dr. Tom.
Yeah, so
the Doctor of Desire.
Yeah, what was the finisher he did? Hold on,
I think it was like 7 body slams.
Yeah, he just took a beat. This poor dude. Yeah, Nord was huge, dude. Yeah, he pins him like he just goes on top and puts sand on like it's done.
Yeah, so but like I said, same thing. They're building him. They're building the Barbarian, which is funny how they said the Barbarian. And first person I think of is the Faces of Fear with Haku and everything.
That's it's Powers Pain Barbarian.
Yeah, and so I know that's how they differentiate Nord the Barbarian and everything. So this next video, it's just completely cheesy 1980s. They're just following
that music you talking about.
I love this, like a little bluesy.
Tell everybody what it is.
Just following Terry Taylor, photo shoots, laying down. He's driving the Rolls Royce out of nowhere, and Terry Taylor work. Like there's a gym montage of Terry Taylor working out.
Yeah.
Like, is it the only time Terry Taylor ever worked out? Because
no.
I mean, he was, and not like, listen, he's like flexing for the camera. He's like showing off his back like he's a bodybuilder. Like Terry Taylor's not a body guy, So
Rolls Royce.
Oh God, it was so cheesy. But like I said, they were clearly high on him.
He was a good fucking performer, dude.
Yeah.
He was. I'm telling you, like he was one of the best technical wrestlers in his weight class.
Oh
like,
yeah,
he could have been a
he could go
heavyweight.
in the ring, but I'm just saying he's not. And obviously, hindsight's 20/20. But like he didn't have that much charisma. I don't think.
But you know what, dude? A lot of guys didn't have that. Charisma.
And I'm not. Yeah, and I'm not. Listen, I'm not.
A lot of good wrestlers. A lot of good wrestlers didn't have charisma. So if you weren't a heel wrestler and you didn't have a mouthpiece, how could you get graded? How can you know what I'm saying?
Oh, he was an excellent babyface though.
Yeah.
Excellent babyface.
But like, guys, there were certain guys who can talk and like Don Morocco didn't need Fuji, but he had him.
Yeah.
The big boss man Akeem needed Slick, even though they needed Slick. Earthquake needed fucking.
Oh yeah.
Earthquake needed Jimmy Hart. Andre needed Bobby Heenan. Stud and Bundy can talk, but Bobby, Albano, the Samoans needed Albano. The Bulldogs needed Albano.
But like I said, like Terry Taylor, going back to like WCW, whatever, like you fast forward to 1990, 1991, like he didn't need Alexandra York.
No, but it for the time it was the gimmick, and I feel like he gets a raw deal, but here's a guy who's still in the business. Like
Yeah.
he's still well respected by his peers, man. Terry Taylor's a good fucking performer when he's not dyeing his hair red and doing the clucking thing, you know?
But that, I mean, listen, he's always going to be painted with that brush of the Red Rooster, which, like you said, it does span the argument of it's unfair, and it is a little unfair
But it's
because
like
his stuff in
it's like an
Mid-South,
actor being what's the word I want to use? It's like an
Typecasted.
typecasted. Like when Gandolfini did Tony Soprano, right?
Yeah.
Like Gandolfini did a whole bunch of cool. He was like he was a gay guy in the movie The Mexican. He was in a jail, that prison movie. You know, and then
no, but that's also, you know, I mean, he went to, you know, he's saying that he could have been Mr. There's no, I guess maybe it's because we grew up in that time, but when you say he could have been Mr. Perfect, I cannot picture anybody else being Mr. Perfect but Kurt Hennig.
well, that's why they gave it to Kurt Hennig.
Yeah.
They probably thought about giving it to him.
But then he walked in and then sucked the air out of it. To me, it's just, and I'm not, you know, to me, unless he never had a chance to show his charisma, which is very, very possible. You know, he was always given kind of, except for here from what I could tell in Mid-South, like that was close to him, where he's just this, you know, fire up baby face like type thing, where he was at that match with, you know, Jake Roberts was just excellent. Even the match with Tim Horner, it was, you know, Tim Horner was kind of a, you know, newbie, I guess at that point he wasn't really established. And
Tim Horner wrestled as job guy too.
Yeah.
A wild place.
And but you know, like I said, come later on when he goes up north to WWF, like you said, he gets saddled. I mean, he gets literally saddled with this, you know, Red Rooster gimmick, which is, quite honestly, like how do you get that over? You can't get that over.
Yeah.
Like it's hard to get it over. But then again, on the same breath, how do you get over polka dots? You put Dusty Rhodes in it. You know what I'm saying? Like now,
Dusty had charisma. You see, now you're comparing apples and oranges, because where Dusty wasn't an amazing technical wrestler, he was a great charismatic guy who can work.
Who can work? Yeah.
Right. A lot of guys got hit with that stigma because there were so many guys. You know, I don't know. There's a list of guys that should have been. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought, Matt Bourne, Buzz Sawyer, those guys could have been Butch Reed. Those guys could have been like world champions in other places. When you think about it.
Well, like I said, Matt Bourne's another one where kind of especially with WCW, like he had, you know, Big Josh wasn't a bad gimmick.
It was terrible.
But yeah.
But you're 8 years old and you remember him as Big Josh.
Yeah.
Right.
But then again, like you said, his stuff in Mid-South, fucking amazing.
Right. So, but here I am at 16 getting tapes as I'm watching Big Josh and the Red Rooster. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
So I had about 2 or 3 of these tapes. Not many, but I would watch them constantly.
Yeah.
From like 84, 85. And I'm like,
yeah.
He was television champion?
Yeah.
Duggan was in the Rat Pack? Like, you know what I'm saying? DiBiase was everybody's like, oh, he's $1 million man. DiBiase were one of the best technical wrestlers on the planet.
Yeah, I know. And that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's what I'm starting to get to see now is DiBiase. Like I've seen a lot of DiBiase's Japan stuff. Teaming with Hansen, teaming with Brody or what have you. And like I've seen some of that stuff where
Dr. Death Steve Williams in Mid-South.
Oh yeah. And but like now I'm seeing him in Mid-South, and like you said, he was a big deal. And that's what I'm saying. Like with Terry Taylor, he is always forever branded with the Red Rooster in my head. So to me, he's just not a job guy, but like, you know, an enhancement guy, mid-Carter. But here he was a pretty big deal, you know. And like I said, I'm trying to watch this stuff with an open mind. Like, wow, maybe he was underutilized. I'm just not seeing that yet.
Here's what you do, right? When you do this again, and you're gonna not pick on, but if you're gonna pick a certain guy,
yeah.
Just start paper trailing, not paper trails, obviously it's digital, but start paper trailing the career.
That's what I mean, yeah.
Cross-reference, right.
Well, like I said, I did that with Butch Reed where I from what I understand, like I went into it and like I didn't know much about him, but it's like, holy shit, like he was kind of a big deal. I as of what I see with Terry Taylor, I'm like, not impressed, I should say, maybe, or whatever. But like I said, I haven't really gone that much into his earlier stuff.
Yeah,
so.
he's such a good talent, man.
Oh, he's listen, I am nowhere near saying anything bad about his in-ring work.
Yeah.
Dude, and I love the finisher, the 5-arm. Like, I love that finisher because he would just, like, especially when he did it in WCW, where it was almost a move that you came out of nowhere, like an RKO style, whatever, but like you could do it on anybody. To me, I love that move.
And listen, this guy's got a 40+ year career because he's still employed.
Yeah.
That tells you something.
But the other side of that is he could also just kiss a lot of ass.
He might have.
That's the other, you know.
But I mean, these guys are a dime a dozen, I feel like, now, because they were so talented. And a lot of guys who were talented are away from the business, right? But I feel like this guy's got a mind for it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And like I said, I mean, this is not like a shit on Terry Taylor.
You can if you want to. I'm just gonna respectfully disagree. You know,
but like I said, to me, like as I'm seeing it now, like he was a far better babyface than he ever was heel. That's what I see right now, at least.
If you're comparing 85 Terry Taylor to
91
Terry Taylor, that's a fair assessment.
I think he's a far better babyface.
Yeah,
but then again, like you said, because you put a mic to him, like
right, he needs a mouthpiece. If he was a heel, you need a mouthpiece. Get a mouthpiece. The babyface doesn't need a mouthpiece.
I love the stuff that he did with Bobby Heenan in 87, 88. Oh no.
But like Dan said, like they said flat out on TV, this guy's not good. Bobby Heenan's gonna make him good. But even as a kid, you knew that's bullshit. That's Terry Taylor.
Well, that's the other side of it. Like you said, you're shitting on it so instantly you're ready.
If you know, you know. A lot of kids, you didn't know. You were 8 years old.
I had no idea.
But I knew.
Younger,
right? Because I was fucking sending my tapes to. Me and this kid from fucking New Mexico was swapping tapes.
So, well, this would be a question. You don't have to answer now, but like, who could get the Red Rooster gimmick over? Obviously, Terry Taylor. I think I don't think it would be fair to say that he didn't get it over. I think that would be unfair to say, but it's almost like a mockery type thing. But like, can you get that gimmick over? That to me, that's one of the worst gimmicks to have
at the time. I mean, you're talking about the gobbledygooker. You're talking about, Abe Knuckleball Schwartz.
Well, no, that was later on.
But you talk about that was the era of gimmicks.
I think that was
the ding dongs, the conquistadors.
Yeah.
Max Moon. You know what I'm saying? Again, like this is bad. Like I can go on and on and on and on and on. But I mean, the Orient Express. How fucking racist is that? Pat Tanaka and Paul Diamond.
Yeah, Pat Tanaka was Hawaiian.
Correct, and Paul Diamond was not Asian at all. Okay, but again, like it was the era of gimmicks. I don't know, man. It's a great question. I don't know if you could put that on anybody else. I don't know. You might be able to.
Yeah.
Maybe Barry Windham. I don't know, but Barry Windham. But again, you would know who Barry Windham is. Like,
yes.
That's the thing too, man. It's like the Goon, the Goon, Mantor, Bruno Mastino, Bruno Mastino, same guy. Norman the Lunatic.
I like Norman the Lunatic. I thought there was a little bit something there where you could have
again
did something with it.
CJ, sometimes you have to. What you're gonna realize now is, and you're gonna realize this the more you watch this stuff, is like when Duggan came in with the 2x4, I was like, oh, I felt the same way I felt when Dusty with the polka dots, because
you knew him.
Dusty was my hero, but then I knew Duggan I was 16, 15, 14. I'm swapping tapes with dudes from like New Mexico and Canada, and I'm getting Mid-South shit, AWA stuff, and I'm like, yo, that was Duggan? That's hardcore. And and I knew who Butch Reed was when he came in. I was like, fuck, man, it's Butch Reed.
Yeah.
So when he came into WCW, I popped.
Yeah.
When he came as the Natural, I was all in. I was invested. But you're going to see the contrast of the gimmicks with these guys can work.
Well, that's what I said, and that's the first thing I noticed about Mid-South is that it's there's no hoopla, there's no.
There were a couple of guys.
Frills.
There were a couple of guys who just kept that their gimmick everywhere. The Road Warriors, right?
Rock and Roll Express.
Randy Savage.
Yeah.
Look at Randy Savage's stuff from ICW in Memphis.
Yeah.
It wasn't as cool, but it was still like the intensity, the madness, it's same Macho Man, Right. But Dusty made it work with polka dots, Shaylin, but to me, he was the 3-time heavyweight champion of the world.
Yeah.
And now he's shucking and jiving with some fucking middle-aged black chick talking about, I'm the plumber, I'm the pizza man,
But he, like you said, like Shaylin said, like he got it over.
He went to the bank. Right. He went to the bank, but you weren't thinking about that when you were a kid.
But also Dusty says it the best. Like it was a year or two that he didn't have to book the territory.
Right.
Didn't
He
have to do
wasn't
it.
right.
He was just, what do you want me to do? I'm on it.
Right. He was a mid-card
It
guy.
was a great thing for Dusty.
He
cashed. Went to the bank.
Right, but none of you guys were thinking about making it work, or you didn't think about polka dots.
Well, we're looking at it with past eyes now.
I'm 15 years old going, I just saw him beat Ric Flair for the fucking title. I just seen him win the U.S. title from Lex Luger. I just seen him with his son. Like, for me, it was, I didn't understand I didn't fully understand why he did it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Until later on.
Because I was 15 years old and angry at the world.
Yeah.
Right. And angry at this shit, polka dots. But
like I said, to me, it's just like I said, it is kind of comparing two different things, but I'm just using Dusty as that. Dusty is obviously the litmus test of you give a bad gimmick, I'm gonna get it over.
Did you hear what did you read Ric Flair's book or hear his interview that they wanted him to, when Jim Herd
cut his hair and be Spartacus? You can't do that.
Again, though, like, this is somebody who didn't know the 15, 20 years prior.
Yeah.
The Broadways, the multiple titles, it's like
I said, just like to me, like, and talking about bad gimmicks, like I'll give you another one, which he got it over, like, and it's gonna sound like I'm sucking up, but like Cody Rhodes, like when he was Stardust was over. Like he came out, like crowd got behind. It took a while.
Dusty did get a WWF over. It wasn't what those who knew him wanted to see. Correct. I didn't want to see him in polka dots.
Yeah.
I'm being at 15 years old. I did not want to see him in polka dots.
No.
Okay. And at 13 years old, you probably didn't want to see him in polka dots either. But or whatever age you are. I'm assuming you're not that much younger than me, but I could be wrong. But I feel like it's it's different. Like when a couple of guys, like when Bam Bam came in the WWE, I was like, all right, that's Bam Bam, that's Powers of Pain. They even made the Road Warriors a bit cartoony.
Oh, absolutely.
They were the Legion of Doom, and they had the fucking.
Oh, that's Vince has to own the names or what have you.
Yeah, they just had and it's like, when I found out who the Ultimate Warrior was, I went back and watched him, and I was like, ooh,
yeah,
that was rough.
Well, that's 86. That's 86
in Texas.
Yeah,
but like when you're a kid, you don't. But then you start. I mean, like this stuff is compelling because it's like, holy shit.
But it's also like I said. So like to go on this side is like this stuff is compelling because the in-ring product is probably and it's one of the best I've ever seen. Like American style per se. You know what I'm saying? Like ECW was my, that's wrestling is, predetermined and fake or whatever it is, but ECW was real. ECW was, to me, was real. And then like I can now imagine being a kid, I could be a teenager for this and be like, well, I don't know, that WWF style might be a little weird, but this stuff is, dude, everything is legit, snug, like and what they do there, and like I said, there's no over the top. I mean, the video with Terry Taylor is not cartoonish, but it's 80s. It's like he's appealing. They're trying to, get the young girls and guys, whatever, and like they're trying to get them to watch Terry Taylor, which is just hilarious to me. But like it was good. Like it wasn't bad. And then we didn't say about the ending promo with Kerry Von Erich.
I have right here. I had a queued up.
It is. Yeah, it is.
Shall we?
It's bad.
Okay.
Oh, bad promo.
Star Terry Taylor in freeze frame, and another great athlete, a tremendous star in all of wrestling. The #1 contender for the NWA World's Heavyweight title, Kerry Von Erich. Kerry, it's great to have you with us here on Mid-South Wrestling.
Well, thank you. First of all, I'm just happy to be here. Today was, just showed the greatest talent in all of professional wrestling here in the Mid-South. When you never know what's going to happen. And like I said, it's the greatest array of talent ever put together, I feel, in the Mid-South area. And and I'm just happy to be a part of it. It's just happy to be here.
Kerry, I know that you've got a lot of big matches planned in the near future in the Mid-South area. Whoever the competitors are, we always know that Kerry Von Erich will be ready.
Well, thanks, sir. Not only myself will be ready, but my brother Kevin will be ready. My brother Mike will be ready, and all the Von Erichs are ready to handle the Mid-South people. And like I said, there's a lot of cleaning up needs to be done here in the Mid-South, and I feel I'm one of the men to do it, just like Jim Duggan is, my good friend, and my brother Kevin and Mike, and we're looking forward to coming in here and tearing some of these guys up, coming to the Mid-South area. Its reputation is wild and woolly, and you never know what's going to happen. And that's the kind of place where the Von Erichs like to stick their nose.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I know you're not going to be happy until you're wearing that NWA belt around your waist once again.
Well, that's right. That's the number one goal in the Von Erich family. When I win the world heavyweight title, it's not only me, it's all of this country, because they're all behind me. The people from the Mid-South area, it's people from WCW, they're all behind me. And, once you've had a taste of the gold, you never forget who made you the world champion and the people that stood behind you when you didn't have it and the people who stood behind you when you did have it. So just God bless all of you. I'm planning on taking that world title one more time and maybe so in the world class area or in this area right here in Mid-South.
Kerry, thanks very much. Joel Watts, ladies and gentlemen, next week you'll see Hacksaw Jim Duggan and country music star John Anderson, the Rock and Roll Express, gentleman Chris Adams, Cowboy Bill Watts, and Boyd will be back for everybody. I'm Jim Ross saying so long, everyone.
Oh, that's a rant. That sounds like me with a camera in front of my face trying to do a promo.
Sounds like you after 6 of those Inglings, which is a good question that Dan just proposed. How many different drugs was he on during that promo?
Well, now this is post motorcycle accident. No. This is
right before.
Right before. So obviously his brother died.
Post him losing.
His brother died in '84.
Right. This is right. Yeah, his brother died right before he won the title.
Yeah, his brother. So it was '84 or '85. Mm-hmm. 84.
Yeah.
And so yes, I obviously, well, Kerry Von Erich's not known for his promo skills. Like he's just known for being a good looking, coming out there throwing a fucking awesome.
Terrible. When you think about how terrible he was, and he had to work with guys, and when he came to the WWF, he had to work with guys like Mr. Perfect.
Yeah,
because he was just bad. He held his own, but it wasn't like you knew that he had as an older fan. When you start watching these matches again, you're like, oof. Because by the time you just text Tony, like, oh, it's Kerry Von Erich. Yeah, I used to watch him on ESPN,
But it's also, you can tell that obviously the business was different in the 80s because the heels carried the match.
Most of them did, yeah.
So Michael Hayes is just bumping around for Kerry. Kevin can work. Kevin can definitely work.
Yeah,
as compared to Kerry, and not that Kerry
David was the man if he didn't pass away.
Yeah, exactly.
David would have been world champion.
Yeah, oh yeah, hands down. He would have been.
They were grooming him.
Kerry would have never had a championship.
No, Kerry would be forever. He'd be taken up with Lance, the fake Von Erich. You know what I'm saying? They'd be the 6-man champions with the asthma brother Chris. If he didn't kill himself, ring the bell.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is terrible.
It's tragic, the Von Erich story.
It
truly is.
It is. But
that's not a joke. I'm being silly, but tragically, that family had some hardships.
That's an interesting. You ever see they had like the 2.5 hour one, the Heroes?
Of course.
That's interesting as all hell, and but yeah, that pro to end the show like with that promo, you just like. It would have been bad enough to end it with a Terry Taylor video because then that's just ingrained. Yeah, that's just burned into your fucking retinas. But
hey, you picked it, pal.
I didn't realize it was a Playgirl shoot for Terry Taylor.
A Playgirl shoot.
But it's to me from like I said, I'm excited to kind of go forward from here because now I have like a little bit of a starting point. I'm excited to see what happens, and
I'm excited for you because
this is gonna be my little project.
This is the first thing I did when I got the network. I was like, when they first started adding shit, I was like, I used to just it'd be like background noise for me while I was cleaning my house, taking care of Mikey. So I'd show Mikey, like, yo, dude, this is what it is, bro. This is how it went, and he had an understanding of shit because again, he's a lot of wrestling fans now. They're exposed to everything. They have the Google and they have websites dedicated to it. They have Wikipedia. They have, which is half wrong sometimes, but then they have YouTube post 2005. So it's like, wrestling fans don't have an excuse anymore With me, I had to wait for the magazines to come out.
Yeah,
every month.
That was the inside stuff.
Because we had no cable at that point until 1990. So, or I was tape trading, like I said, with the magazines.
Yeah.
So, again, it was that kind of party. So, depending on what region you lived in the country, that's how much wrestling you had.
Yeah.
We only had WWF. We didn't have anything else until the late 80s, early 90s.
Well, that, like I said, that's how. I mean, that shows you the little bit of a generation gap because I mean, it was 10 years in between us. So, like, when I was a kid, it was the WWF and WCW. Like, I was always Saturday night 605.
Right.
And but that's what I'm saying. Like, I was just on the precipice of that. Like this Power Pro and Bill Watts, UWF. Like, I'm so enthralled with it and even just like the culture, like I'm as of right now, I know different stuff or whatever. Like I was telling you about like Gary Hart or whatever. Like I'm trying to track down his book. I can't track it down.
But Gary Hart is probably the one next to Bobby Heenan, one of the greatest managers ever.
Yeah. So
that dude had a mind. He did stuff for Fritz too.
Yeah.
If you watch the World Class. The rise and fall of the world class.
So that's my little project I'm doing now. It's just I'm all in on Mid-South. So
all right,
to be continued.
To be continued. We'll do some more episodes and that's the fun of it, man. This is why we do Turnbuckle Throwbacks.
That's right.
Anything else?
I'm gonna say no.
You want to talk about the hairy spider?
Oh my God! Yeah, as soon as I turned on my Instagram, there was a video of Eric Rowan with the spider. Give the spider a personality. Have him go down the ring mechanically and let it happen. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Go all in on this shit now. If you're gonna subject to us to this shit, go all in.
Correct.
Give him a fucking voice. Let him come up in the screen and give him a Ole Anderson in the back. Darth Vader type voice or something. Go all in.
All right, guys. You know the social media handles. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Patreon.com/Turnbuckle Throwbacks, ProWrestlingTees.com/Turnbuckle Throwbacks, the snail mail. It's all connected to TurnbuckleThrowbacks.com. Just click on all the links to all our friends' shows. We have amazing friends that do amazing things. Please, please, please
Paige
support
is amazing.
them. Yes, support all of our friends in their endeavors. Hopefully we'll get Choppy back soon. We'll keep you guys posted.
Yeah.
And any feedback, please. Thanks for the chat room tonight. Chat room was live tonight.
Yeah.
We even had some chatters in the YouTube page tonight.
Oh,
so
cool.
Thank you for all that too.
Absolutely.
And enjoy the pay-per-view, I guess, on Sunday. I say that because I'm still a wrestling fan, regardless of how bad the product is.
Proceed with caution.
Proceed with caution. All right. Jay, anything else?
That's it. Everybody have a good weekend. Have a great week. Everybody be safe. Wash your hands.
That's what I'm saying. Peace out, guys.
English impression than I.
Where you really can get into beating people up, because my friends are right there real close, and everybody can see what's going on. And I see DiBiase still running his mouth. Don't worry, DiBiase. I got something in my back pocket for you later on down the road. But me and old Butch, we got something unique coming up. Old Walla Walla and Doc